We in the flesh, man. Welcome back to another episode of No Name Wrestling. Night 2 recap for you all. Better feeling than we had yesterday for night 1. Man, we got a lot of good things to talk about today. Not really too many negatives. I feel yesterday was a lot of negatives. Today's going to be a lot more positives because the show was really good. I did think night 2 was really good and delivered for high expectations. Shout out to Jade, who will not be here today. Shout out to Mo and Nate, who were at WrestleMania. So hopefully they enjoyed the show themselves. Shout out to Truth for coming on to be a part of here. You actually were requested a lot to come back on here after your last episode. So a lot of people they like your opinions, man. They rock with you. So had to bring him back, So he's back here today. We're gonna be doing some talks, and we'll get your takes on night 1 yesterday. Truth. We'll get when we dive into it. We'll get how you felt about certain things and what you think can possibly happen. But overall, a lot of us yesterday who were on here, if you watched, we kind of were like a little deflated going into night 2 because we really weren't sure if the decisions were going to be made correctly and if the crowd was really going to be into it, and there's just a lot of things that we were just uncertain about. But I think all the decisions were fine. I think the matches were all good, even though some of those matches felt like they could have went a little longer as well too. I thought every match, had a good crowd reaction. The main event was really, really good. That was incredible. That delivered. So everybody in the chat, thank you guys for waiting too. I know we're always a little late, but shout out to everybody in the chat who was waiting for a little bit. Make sure you guys go follow, sub to the No Name Wrestling channel, YouTube. We're trying to get up to 1,000 over there, so make sure you guys go subscribe to that channel. Follow the Narcolepsy Boy 100 channel as well to be updated with all wrestling content, and for the No Name podcast that will be on there as well. Go check out G's channel and everybody's channel. Truth, you want to plug in something? You got a channel or podcast you want to plug in?
Sure, just at Wrestling Truth on every platform. You can find me on pretty much every platform. So if you just search up Wrestling Truth, you'll find me there. Appreciate it.
Make sure you guys go show him some love, man. Show him all the love. Go check out his wrestling content. And we'll have to get Lynn's take. Lynn wasn't on here yesterday, too, so we'll get his stuff on. He's the Cody guy, so we'll get his takes on, how he felt and everything. So, overall, I'll say this WrestleMania is like 50-50 for me. I don't think it was a total success, but it wasn't a total failure either, because night 1 didn't live up to high expectations, I felt, but night 2 definitely delivered to the expectations and hype. So I say it was kind of like in the middle, like they have still yet to me been able to have like a very epic night 1 and night 2 like combined together. You know what I mean? Like it's usually like a night 1 is really, really epic, and then night 2 is either like it's okay, or it's just like good. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like they've had a very elite night 1 and night 2 yet. Like 39 I think was probably the closest, and 40, those are probably the two closest that we've had to, like, that you could say. But overall I thought the show was really, really good. Started off good, ended good, the middle stuff was good. I did see what Roman said, about that stuff. That's going to be depending on, that could be a game changer depending on how much he actually really, really shows up. But I guess it also depends on how people feel about the part-time champions too, and all that other stuff. So, how do you guys? Let's go to Truth first. How do you feel about Roman Reigns being the new World Heavyweight Champion? Because they created this, or they brought back the championship because he had the title part-time, and people had felt Raw deserved a world champion because they were fighting for the U.S. title for a little bit, and that title was kind of like the workhorse championship. Seth Rollins did a lot of good things with it. Damian Priest did some good things with it as well. Punk, you could even say, did some good things with it. But now they got Roman as the World Heavyweight Champion. Now, he said in the press conference, you're going to see him all summer, so he's going to be around a lot more. Whatever that means, it means maybe he shows up occasionally more, but I don't really think it matters how much he shows up. For me personally, it just matters what he does with the championship when he has it. Like, that's what I care about most. I care about when you're the champion, what can you do as the champion? Because there's a lot of people right now that are there every week that don't even feel like champions. Julia been champion for I don't know how long, and they don't even feel like she matters to the product. You know what I mean? Jade was champion for 170 days and didn't even feel like she mattered when she was champion. So I don't really think it matters what you do as a part-time or a full-time person. I just care about when you're on the TV, when you're the champion, what can you give me? Now, booking does play a factor into it as well, so the booking does matter. If you're obviously not getting good booking, then it's going to kind of be hard for you to be presented as a good champion. But we've seen Roman Reigns on a part-time schedule. When he has the good booking, I mean, he's doing the best shit in the company, and the title felt the most important. So Truth, how do you feel about Roman world champion? Do you think it's a step backwards, or do you think he's reclaiming that throne as like, I'm taking my spot back?
So honestly, it really doesn't affect me too much. That and nothing against Roman. I love Roman. I love him as he's been a good champion in the past, but it's just really difficult because of all he said about this title. Right? He called it the losers championship, whatever. Like Roman has said a lot of things that I think hurt WWE more than help when it comes to what he says like outside with like I don't know Jimmy Fallon show, whatever. But this is his opportunity to really just fix that, right? And show that this world title is just as important as the WWE title. I mean, it just main evented night 2, right? That shows you that this world title is being taken very seriously. And I don't think Roman necessarily needs to be there every week, but I do think he needs to play a role. I do think he needs to be the tower that these guys climb to get to that point where Roman Reigns is the eventual, the goal for these people. And most importantly, what Roman has is the same thing that guys like John Cena have, right? The person that beats him gets this absolute jolt forward. So whoever is that guy, and we'll find that out, like they said, over the summer, right? We'll figure out who it is that's going to beat Roman Reigns because that person is going to be WWE's go-to guy when they dethrone Roman Reigns. So overall, I don't mind Roman holding the title, but I do need to see a little bit of significance. I do need to see at least him being brought up on television. Because if we go back to the days where the United States Championship, the Intercontinental Championship are main eventing every show, and you don't really feel like the world title even exists at this point, it's going to suck for a lot of fans throughout the summer, which we already know WWE throughout the summer has its pretty low sometimes.
Lynn, what about you?
So for me, I think it's I agree with Truth to some of the things he was saying, and I go back to what G said the last week on the pod. Roman winning is good for the fact that when Obafemi beats him, it's gonna be great, and like that's kind of
if it's Obafemi.
If it's Obafemi, and I feel like it should be Obafemi where we're at right now, at least today. But the thing is, Roman has to be there and do a couple matches on Raw. Give the people something. I will say I like that the Usos did not come out at all during this match. What does that mean for Roman's character on Raw? He did this alone. Is he alone on Raw? Are we bringing the Bloodline back? Those are things that are interesting to me because I don't want the Bloodline back. So what does that mean for his character on Raw? Is he rolling solo? Let's see what's up. And the fact that in that press conference, he seemed very interested with the fact that the crowd was calling for Oba. So let's see what can happen. There's Braun Breaker. There's Seth Rollins. There's a lot of things on Monday Night Raw if Roman is going to be believed and is going to be there all summer. Because I know Seth Rollins is pissed. That's the championship he got made because Roman Reigns was being a dick and holding up the whole thing, not giving, just holding that thing hostage, not coming to work. And now the championship that Seth Rollins made, Roman Reigns has. I know we want to jump to Oba, but Seth is going to want to have something to say about that. I know Gunther is going to want to have something to say about that. I know Braun Breaker is going to want to have something to say about that. So there's a lot of interesting things for Roman to do on Raw if he's going to be there. So I'm okay with that.
How did you feel since you're the Cody guy real quick? What did you think about what you saw last night?
So in ring, and I know people are going to be like, oh, bro, he's trying to he's trying to give his guy a little spear to pull him out into the boat. But my thing is this: in ring, I love seeing the way Cody worked heel last night. I dug that a lot because it reminded me of Bullet Club Cody. I'm not saying he went full that route, but we got shades of it, and I like seeing that in ring. And I like the fact that we got Pat McAfee out of there early. But certain decisions didn't make sense to me, where it was like, okay, why at the end when you have Cody do the low blow? Is it the double turn? Okay, is it happening? You have him quick win, but then you have Randy do what he does and punt him. And I'm not mad at Randy punting him. It's just like the way we got to Randy punting him didn't make sense. But I am intrigued to see kind of what me and Truth were talking about before the show started. I'm intrigued to see what happens on Friday now because Pat McAfee's out of there. Jelly Roll's out of there. We can tell a really good Randy and Cody story now leading into Backlash, which could be very, very interesting because not only did Cody bleed, Randy bled. And Randy was excited that he bled and is the old Viper back? Are we getting that? Or are we getting heel Cody? Cody, your eyes messed up. Are you going to really go for it because Randy was working babyface? It's very interesting. We could see what could happen. But match, in ring, I wasn't upset.
I think to me, before you go, actually, no, I'm gonna let you go first before I say what I gotta say. Go ahead, man. You talk about the night too.
Well, you know what we're getting, right? We're gonna get 4 months of Roman Reigns being here because that's when summer's over.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna get the inevitable long-term storytelling that Triple H loves to do. And then we're gonna just wait and see what happens in Mania because yes, you named all the list of people that are gonna need to get smacked. The IR merchant, he's gonna have to get smacked. Gunther, he's probably gonna have to get packed up. But I said I thought Roman was gonna win because whoever beats him is gonna do wonders for him. Gunther, Obafemi, Braun Breaker, whoever that may be, right? I do, and I am a big Roman Reigns guy. I've called him top 5 all time. I do want people to know that I think those people that are still kind of trying to find reasons not to put him in certain conversations, you're kind of running out. You're kind of running out. I personally feel this is his best in-ring WrestleMania match. Like bell to bell in ring. WrestleMania 40 had all the bells and whistles. I totally understand that. I understand if you take that. The triple threat when he put Edge and Bryan, stacked them, pinned them, I get it.
39?
This might be his best in-ring match. And it was with CM Punk, who was also obviously, as Roman Reigns said in his press conference, this is sports entertainment and professional wrestling finding the perfect middle ground. That's basically what they did. This is probably his best in-ring match. Did it by himself. Everybody says he can't win without the bloodline. Nobody showed up. And he overcame the low blow. He didn't even have to go that far. He overcame the low blow. This is another WrestleMania main event that you're adding to the belt. Like, ooh, that's elite. He's got like 5 of them now.
Which is crazy because it started off rough too.
It started off so rough, and now he's got about, I say, 4 elite main events.
I mean,
Five.
First Brock match. You got the first Brock match, the 2 triple threat matches, both Cody matches.
Both Cody matches. So
and
6.
And then the tag team match too with Ron. I mean, that was pretty good too. So
that's what I'm saying. So you got you kind of running out. And he's got 11 main events. You kind of running out of reasons not to put him there.
AG,
you can't talk about accolades.
39?
Can't talk about.
You think he's better than 39 in ring?
Yes.
Tonight? Okay, man.
I'm not gonna lie. The Cody Roman 1, I don't view as high as everybody else does. It's cool. It was cool.
I'm the same. It was a good match.
It was cool. It was a good match. It was all right.
I think for me,
39 was 39. That might be, out of all the elite main events, that might be his worst.
Damn.
That out of all the elite main events, that might be his worst.
I don't know, man.
The elite ones. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about all of the main events. I'm talking about the elite ones, the ones that we consider like, it might be his worst. Because
I would say I'm gonna say this because we still don't know what's yet to come for this Roman Reigns world title run. So we're just talking hypothetically. But because I don't think he's gonna be able to do what he did the last time he was champion, but he doesn't necessarily have to. Like that's gonna be hard to top at that level. But if he can take the World Heavyweight Championship, even on a part-time schedule, and make that the most important title in the company, uplift that title like he did with that Universal Championship, make it the most relevant thing in the company, and he's given us moments, good matches, good storytelling on top of that, good character work, and he uplifts others within the story, or he puts somebody over to help solidify that person for the future, whatever the case may be, we're going to have to start having some real elite conversations about where Roman Reigns ranks all time, bro. Like, I know people are going to bring up the big dog stuff. And yes, the big dog stuff is to be acknowledged. That happened, even though I don't think all the big dog stuff was terrible. But there were some rough times, during that big dog era that you look at was like, ooh, man, that was rough. But ever since Tribal Chief, there aren't really too many like bad things you could point out about this run.
But
Even
what
on a
greatest
full-time
of all
and a
time
part-time
doesn't
schedule.
have
So,
that?
I mean, everybody has highs and lows for sure. That's a thing. Everybody has highs and lows, but like, if he can take that World Heavyweight Championship and he can do something special with that, even if it's like temporary, even if it's not something long term, or whether it be long term till next year's WrestleMania, who knows?
He doesn't need a long reign for this. He really doesn't.
He doesn't, but whatever they do.
Because ideally the main event should be Roman and Seth. Like, we need to get that out the way. I really truly believe that's what Roman's waiting on. We need to get that out the way before it's like to be done. He needs his win over Seth.
Yeah,
that's the only thing he doesn't have in his career is a true one-on-one win versus Seth when it matters most. He doesn't have that. So that's what we're waiting on. I don't think it needs to be a long reign. I think I'm gonna just be real. Y'all can say what y'all want, other than post SummerSlam after the Jey Uso match, because that one we knew we were getting to Cody, and we were just kind of let's get through September to January, right? Because we knew we were getting to Cody. Other than that little period, Roman Reigns post COVID or post Thunderdome, whatever you want to call it, has literally given you nothing but elite work. Nothing but elite work, right? And again, we talk about the big dog. I get it's a lot easier to remember how bad something was versus how good something was, right? I get it. 2018 and 2019 big dog were atrocious. The man came back from beating cancer and still got booed. I feel you. But Roman Reigns has been in WWE since 2014. It is now 2020 or 2012. Sorry, 2012. You're right. I'm thinking of when the show broke up. I forgot about when they debuted. So 2012. That just goes to my point of more. You know what year it is? It's 2026. That's 14 years ago. We really gonna still tax? How many other greatest of all time do we tax for 2 bad years out of a 14-year career? We don't do that with The Undertaker. We don't tax him for 2 bad years, and he was doing this for 20, 30.
He had a lot of bad years.
but we don't tax people. Undoubtedly have him top 5. Now, I don't even think they have him below 3. If we're being honest, 4 I think is the lowest I ever see him. How many people do we really tax for 2 bad years? Like, granted, they were atrocious.
So who do y'all think Roman Reigns is chasing right now? Like, people that he's trying to get over right now in the rankings.
HBK, and that's it. Because I don't think he'll ever pass Stone Cold, Cena, and Undertaker. Just has too much longevity for him to pass him. The only person he's trying to pass is HBK.
I think he's just trying to. I think he's just trying to show everybody that his peak is going to be longer than everybody else's peak, because, like, listen, yeah, and honestly, G, just to talk about it, because the whole big dog Roman Reigns thing really does always, like, it bothers me because we're still bringing this up, and I don't know why Roman is such a polarizing figure amongst the IWC. Like, you have the people that swear by him, he's their number one, and you have the people that I can't even stand to look at him. I don't know why. It's not like he's this controversial figure that, I don't know, says and does terrible things and you have to find a way to defend him. Like, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. He's been a great face of the company, right? He's been a guy that has done plenty of things with fans. I don't know why he's so polarizing. And I don't know why we still talk about the big dog, because as time goes on, the big dog is becoming more and more relevant that it was not him. It was Vince McMahon. It was 100% Vince. Vince's booking of him was terrible. And most importantly, he made sure that Roman's biggest weakness, which was cutting babyface promos, right? He made sure that that was the focal point of what he did. He allowed John Cena to go out there and humiliate him. Like, these are things that Vince allowed to happen, which made this big dog Roman Reigns character look even more pathetic out there. And the fact is, yes, he was force-fed down our throats, but now here we are. Roman Reigns is so far from that character. He had a goatee, now he has a full beard. He is so far from the character that was that big dog Roman Reigns, right? He is the main event. He is the front and the face of this company. No matter how hard these fanboys try to hate on him and show how much they love other wrestlers in comparison to him and try to diminish him, he is the face. And that's why a part-timer just won night 2 of the main event of WrestleMania, and people are celebrating it.
I think the big dog run, it kind of ruined his reputation a bit because he was force fed for so long. Like, he was literally handpicked. Like, how many people do you know, like, can we really name that you could just tell were just handpicked to be groomed in the spot? Literally, his first WrestleMania after the Shield, he was in the main event. They didn't waste any time with Roman Reigns.
With Brock Lesnar, mind you.
They literally put him in the main event of WrestleMania right after the Shield broke up. So it was clear cut, like they were trying to make Roman Reigns the next guy, the next John Cena, you could say. And that's why people rejected him. Like, that's why people didn't like him. That's why people were against him, because it just wasn't authentic. It wasn't working. But WWE was trying so hard for so many years to make it work or make us accept it. People just started to hate him even more. And the part-time stuff, I think, some people just will never like the part-time stuff, no matter, what you say about it. Some people just don't.
Brock ruined that for everybody.
Yes. So certain people just won't like champions who aren't there. Even if there are champions there every week who aren't good still, they just want to see. We're so used to the era where we come from. It's like when you're the champion, you're there. You know what I mean? Like we see you all the time. That's just the era that people are just so used to, and it's just become, a thing. But I want to ask you this: do we have to start revisiting conversations about who the real guy is now? Is it still Cody, or is Roman taking that back?
It's still Cody. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all go first.
Is Roman taking it back though? You think he's gonna take it back?
It was always 1A, 1B. It's just Roman wasn't here. That's all it was. Roman wasn't here. It was always them two. Like, if you want to look at it like a closer Stone Cold Rock, if you want to look at it for that short time of Cena and Batista before Batista got, eventually pushed down, it's just Roman's part time. If Roman was here every single week, it would literally be them two. Yeah. Bump that. I genuinely believe if Roman was here every week, we would have had Roman Cody 3. Because there's no way you can't have that if they're here every week.
And I think it's what you said, Malik, in our group chat. I think WWE finally has what they want. Both guys as champions. To do what G was talking about, how they had that for the little bit Cena Batista, but now they have both their guys as champions, top merch sellers, top ticket sales, everything should happen now to their beliefs because both guys are here.
Yeah. And Cody will always be their guy because he's with the kids. The kids adore Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns is a guy who, yes, of course, like kids will be wearing his merch and stuff, but you're not going to see him going to all those little meet and greets with the kids anymore, because at this point Roman does have a massive schedule that he does outside of wrestling, and he does have that Stone Cold vibe, right? He's not going out there and pandering to the crowd. Cody panders to the crowd all the time, right? And that's the reason they won't turn him heel, because he's doing too much good. Same reason they didn't want to turn Cena heel. He's doing too much good for these young kids to take this guy and have him rip the hearts out of every child that's sitting there in their little American Nightmare shirts. Like, he doesn't – Cody and Roman will always be 1A and 1B. One guy represents in my opinion, the more adult crowd that watches wrestling, which is Roman Reigns. And Cody Rhodes represents – this good, clean, baby-faced guy who's just sitting there with a smile in his face and his nice blonde hair slicked back with gel, and he's just happy to be there. So I think they work in tandem together, and it's phenomenal. And I do think I don't even think Roman is challenging for anything. I don't think he's ever left. Even him being gone, he's always been the go-to guy. They chanted his name for years when, he's only been gone for weeks.
Okay, so there only could be one face, though. It's been that way. It's always been one face of the company, one guy who's the marquee guy. So let's say if Roman is sticking around, like he says he is, if he sticks around through the summer, there's going to have to be one guy. Who's going to be the guy? Is it going to be Cody or Roman?
If we want to be technical, yeah, he might stick around, but we know that's not going to last long. Cody is still going to be full-time for the next 4 or 5 years. So we know right now, once WrestleMania 40 happened, Cody became the face.
Yeah.
Cody is the face. Roman is just still around. And Roman, this is the first babyface run for Roman since pre-COVID. So now he's just a face now. But Roman was the face as a heel for them 4 years. Once Cody won and finished his story, Cody became the face. Roman is just still over like that.
Who's on
Like,
them drumstick boxes, bro? Who is on the Minute Maid juice boxes? Like every sponsor that WWE has, there's only one guy that is on the face of all the sponsors that are in WrestleMania. It's Cody Rhodes, and that's not changing anytime soon. Who is on Get Up with Mike Greenberg? Like Truth said it, there's only one guy doing all the Cena stuff. It's Cody Rhodes. And
because your face,
Roman's not gonna want to do that. His kid, he had 10 kids ringside. Like he's going home to them kids, bro.
and realistically, your face of the company ideally can't be part time.
And I don't think he can be an anti-hero.
Right.
Part-time when he was the face.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They made it work with him because they literally had no choice. But the second Cody came in WrestleMania 38, everybody pretty much knew, yeah, that's going to be the one.
I think in the modern era,
honestly, it was just a torn pec. He would have won at 39 if he was here.
Yeah,
for that year.
I think we're at a point with wrestling nowadays, like way past the Attitude Era, where I just don't think an anti-hero can be the face of the company. I think they need a clean-cut good guy who's going to smile and wave to the kids. Like Attitude Era back in the day, Stone Cold, of course, like was the face and he was the cool guy. And it was because the wrestling fans that they were, looking to reach out to were not children. But nowadays we're in the PG era, right? The fact that we got blood in two main events is one of the craziest and most absurd things to us modern wrestling fans. Like, I can't believe they did that. I just think, listen, that's another separate conversation. I just don't see how an anti-hero can be the face of a company that is designed to reach out to children.
But I think it alternates because if you look back throughout the history, you had Hulk Hogan as your face. All right, cool. Yeah, eat your vitamins, blah, 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 blah. And then you got Stone Cold as your face, like a true face, right? All right, boom. Stone Cold. We had that. You had Rock as kind of a counterpoint, but he's kind of similar to Stone Cold in the way he presents himself. Boom. We get out of that. We transition to John Cena. All right, we back to the white meat baby face, right? They tried to do it with Roman Reigns as that. And then when did Roman Reigns become the face? When they just let him be who he really was. He was a heel, but he was a cool heel, still the face. And then when Cody won, it's kind of transitioning back. I am of a firm believer that you do not have to have a white meat baby face to be your face of the company. I'm a firm believer that you can have a heel be the face of your company. I saw it work with Roman, and even though Stone Cold, he only had a short little time as a heel, his character realistically shouldn't have been your face, and it was. Like, if we look at all metrics of what you should be, but it was, right? Yes, different time, more edgy, whatever. But, like, I look at the future, because, like, we talk about Cody Rhodes right now, he's the face. Is Roman still the face? But, like, Oba's pretty much stamped himself today as your next face of your company. He can go do the interviews. He can go say hi to the kids. He can go do everything you want. And that man is not cookie cutter. That man will beat your ass.
Yeah.
Or
and then smile at the kids tomorrow morning.
Or cool. Trick. It could be Trick too, because in Trick's not that
he. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. No, I love Trick. I love Trick. I'm glad
you too high on Trick, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's not. Trick.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was just about to say. Trick does not have the in-ring capability or the presence that an Obafemi has or that a Braun Breaker has to be the face of the company. Like, Trick is gonna be a star. Don't get me wrong. But let's be real, because let's keep it above. I know we love Trick. I'm glad he's getting over. We know what it was when Trick was NXT champion. That was not good.
Not good.
That was not good. When he was NXT champion.
Fair. No, you're right.
The TNA title.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say his TNA run is what changed him.
But you can be a TNA champion, but you can't be an NXT champion. You gotta come on, bro.
That's because they did that they tried to shove babyface Trick down our thing. And and I think that's what changed him. When he realized he could be a heel / anti-hero with the TNA thing. But you're right, the NXT championship was a problem.
Yeah, he's not Braun, bro. I'm sorry.
For me, I agree with some of the stuff y'all are saying, but I'm looking at things a little differently now because I kind of feel Cody definitely took the face of the company spot back after he beat Roman at 40. I don't know why people try to debate that. Like, that was the clear-cut thing. But things ain't really been the same, if we're being honest, since Cody been the guy. And I feel that they keep going back to this Roman experiment, and I think they feel they might have to because what they had when Roman was champion was like that's when WWE. Well, we talked about before. It was like, man, this shit is good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's must watch TV, and it's not all necessarily Cody's fault. It's a lot of other factors that play into it as well. But Roman's quality is so high when he does it so well. It kind of makes me feel they want to go back to him as the guy. And I don't think he has to be there all the time for that. I don't think he has to be on the cover of all this and all that because they just put him in the main event at night 2. And I wouldn't have said that last year.
Can I hit you with a devil's advocate question?
Good.
All right, so Roman comes back, but nothing changes with the mid card, nothing changes with the tag titles, nothing changes with the women's division. You just have a better main event storyline every week. Does that really?
I think that's what they want, though. At the end of the day, because the main event scene when Cody was there, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the level that Roman provides it at. And I think
that's a booking thing too, though.
But that's also
I also feel like too. I just feel like Roman has something to him that Cody doesn't. I just feel like it means more. Like when you beat somebody like Roman opposed to Cody. Like when you beat Cody, it's a big deal now, but doesn't feel like.
But it's also because
it doesn't feel like you're a made guy though. Like
I was about to say because Cody's never put somebody over. Everybody he's lost to, he lost to Cena,
right?
Okay, right. He lost to Drew, but like we all said like you're a nigga damn, like that's what it felt like, and then he lost to Roman the first time, so like it never really felt like he's never been at that point where it's like he's putting someone over to like be the next guy.
So if he beat Cody and Roman, what's more effective going to be for Oba beating Cody?
As of right now, Roman. Because as stated in current day, Roman Reigns, I saw him make a star in Cody Rhodes.
I was about to say
Jey Uso was beloved when he pinned him. And then obviously they turned on him later. But Jey Uso, the height of Jey Uso's popularity was in the feud with Roman.
Yeah.
It's because of the reign. The reign was so special. The reign gives Roman that kingmaker power. Like Cody doesn't have something like that yet. Like that reign was so beneficial to him, and like what he did in that reign being so long, and like G said, what he did for Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes himself. Cody doesn't have something like that yet, at least. And he might not ever get something like that.
Yeah, because Cody Rhodes ain't going to have a bloodline behind him or a faction behind him that's going to give you peak cinema storytelling. Because the thing that made the bloodline so special was that all the character development storyline that was happening felt legit.
Mm-hmm.
The first time he told Jey Uso, you're going to be out the family. Like, we had never seen that in their dynamic before. And we hadn't seen it in a while. Like, it felt so real. That's why it's like, yeah, Cody's never going to be able. The only way Cody can kind of get there is when they finally make him be Homelander. Once he finally gets to the Homelander, that's when we're going to start seeing the cinema. Right now, though, we're kind of buying time right now. We're buying time to get there. So,
yeah, it's actually interesting because, like, you brought it up. Like, has Cody actually, like, since coming back to WWE, he's lost matches, I believe, to Drew, Brock, Roman, and
The Rock.
I guess, and Cena. And then I guess if you want to count The Rock, that there's not a soul in there that needs that win. Like,
no, yeah, he hasn't put anybody over.
Anybody that actually, I mean, bro, let's say what you want about Roman. Roman put over Bronson Reed. You know, Roman's put over Jey Uso.
But that's after the reign. That you gotta.
I don't disagree, but I also think, first of all, to go back to your original point, Malik, I think that there's a conversation about the reign that Cody had versus the reign that Roman had, or even just how wrestling was when Roman had the title versus Cody. I think it's also just about everybody was loving watching Cody go after Roman for the title because everybody loves the chase more than they love the post chase. Right, baby faces are better as chasers than champions.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a tale as old as time. That's why Cena had so many reigns that were so quick. You know, Stone Cold had so many reigns that were so quick because in the end of the day, they're better on the run trying to get the title than they are as champions. And it's nothing against them, but you know, watching a heel find their way, chasing after a babyface just doesn't hit the same as watching a babyface go after a heel. And now we're in an era where the heel and babyface terms kind of go all over the place because there's so many bad guys that are rooted for and good guys that are not rooted for, that it kind of feels like at this point, Cody Rhodes does need that kind of a Homelander turn, because I think we just need to have something added to his character, because right now it is stagnant. It is stale. It's the same guy. And every match, there's a little bit of heel tactics, but it never leads to anything. It never gets anywhere. Him acting like a heel in the match would mean something if it actually led to a turn. And it looked like it during the Randy match, we were getting there, but then no, Randy punts him after the match to say, nope, I'm still the bad guy here. So it's just very interesting, like that they've had this dynamic with Cody for so long, and he is getting to that later Cena years where it's just like you're really struggling to just root for him because it's so boring and stagnant sometimes. But I don't know where we're going to go from here.
Well, I also think, kind of piggybacking off your Cody point, this is the first time Cody's reactions live crowd are actually starting to change.
Yeah,
because I thought
That's
for
true.
sure,
That's true.
I thought for sure after Cena, like, yeah, he about to start getting booed into oblivion. Don't know why you decided to do it, and he wasn't.
Yeah, the Cena match felt special.
Other than the match afterwards, Cody, I don't know if you watched the SmackDown before WrestleMania. Truth, that whoa was the quietest whoa I have ever heard since he came back.
It was.
I actually heard the audio. I actually heard the audio track say whoa. Nobody in the crowd did. Truth. You ain't gotta watch nothing on that show. It's a waste of time.
I got a baby
but
now.
Go watch that entrance. Go watch Cody's entrance. That's all. It literally 3 minutes out of your time, because
I want to see how people react to him post Mania, because Vegas didn't like him with the Cena thing, but you are right. That's the lowest whoa it's been. I'm very interested to see next time he's on camera how people react to him.
Well, this is the first time it's going to change, because he had the SmackDown, nobody whoed, and then WrestleMania, yeah, people whoed, but he got booed.
Look how fast it happened with Sami Zayn, bro.
Sami Zayn
Sami Zayn's a completely different story. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm saying, look at how fast it happened, bro. Sami was getting cheers. Then he won a match that people didn't want him to win. And then all of a sudden after that, he was getting booed out of stadiums. Sami won the United States title originally, and people weren't happy about it because like, what the hell is he doing here? But he, he did the challenge and stuff, and people were like, okay, whatever, Sami's cool. Sami won it from Mello. That moment flipped everyone's opinion on him from, oh yeah, we like him, oh Sami's cool, to I am done with this guy.
Nah, that nigga been done since he beat Gunther, bro. That nigga been done since he beat Gunther, bro.
But the whole point is that I do think Cody winning against Randy may have pushed a little too many buttons. I think people are, and I was telling you about this earlier, bro. I think if we get to where we need to get to in Backlash for Randy, I think everything that happened at Mania Night 1 with Randy and Cody is fine. But I'm very intrigued to see how this goes, because they're not booing Randy, right? And they're cheering and they're booing Cody. Their dynamic that they have is not working out. And now you take out the only guy who was getting booed, which is Pat McAfee. I think we're going to see people just straight up booing Cody Rhodes. And then it's going to be, what does WWE do? Do they pull the trigger?
Well, Malik kind of convinced me. I thought about it more. Malik kind of convinced me on his point. I'm 100% treating this match as a factory reset on this feud.
Oh, agreed.
I'm treating it factory 100%. Reset. Randy will win either at Backlash or whatever comes after that. And Cody losing, or Cody is finally going to be like, because he was kind of doing it in the match. I think Cody is finally going to like acknowledge the fact that the crowd is booing him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna do the "You People" promo, but it'll be a "You People" promo that makes sense, because technically in Cody's eyes, he's done nothing wrong. Yeah. Everything he's done has been in retaliation of what other people have done to him.
People turn on him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people turn on him. People do him dirty. He's just fighting fire with fire, and he's getting booed for it. So he will have the "You People" promo that will actually work. However, yeah, this is just a factory reset. We're going to get what we should have been. Hopefully, they put Aleister Black in this feud. Seeing that report
I know that
I
made you
literally,
mad.
bro, it made me so mad because I literally said when it was Pat
Bar for
McAfee on the
bar.
phone, I literally said, brother, Aleister Black was right there. A
You
black
said-
mask from Aleister Black don't make you listen to the voices, but a phone call from Pat McAfee do.
You said
Yeah,
it
bro.
bar for bar, bro.
Yeah,
You,
bro.
like,
See,
that shit was crazy.
DJ, I don't lie when it comes to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn been a bum since he beat Gunther. Because he beat Gunther a year after he ended the Usos tag reign and was acting like an underdog to Chad Gable. Not a month later. Yeah, bro. Sami Zayn been cooked since. Bro.
But I definitely think we're getting the Cody heel turn, man. Because I saw that Mania when he hit him under the thing. I was like, oh, it's here. But I don't mind them slow rolling it. I don't mind the slow roll.
They've been slow rolling it for a year and a half, though.
But the two baby faces hit low blows this main event. You guys think about
CM
that?
Punk did too.
Bro,
Okay,
like,
wait. Do we think
Yeah, I mean, now
CM Punk's a
granted,
heel?
Punk got hit with the steel steps, so I don't blame him for a little low blow. But like, it's kind of funny that both baby faces hit low blows.
Well, for Cody, I think that's like, oh wow, brother, you're a heel.
That's
CM Punk is more of like a you just don't like this guy.
I just need to do something to stay alive. Yeah, but it is interesting. I just find it funny that, like, the two baby faces, the two good guys in quotes, were the ones hit low. I mean, granted, no one was really a bad guy in the match tonight, but overall, yeah. I mean, dude, Cody, I think is going to go. I want him to go heel. I really hope they do it. I just think they see too much merch opportunities and too much. He's the good guy. He's the baby face. We need him in front and center. And I would like to see them prove me wrong. That's truly what I would like to see. I would like to see them prove me wrong in that area.
I'm interested to see how they book, Roman and Cody as champions now moving forward. How long it's going to be? You know what I'm saying? How long will it last? Who they fail? I mean, Cody's obviously going to go back.
You know for sure Cody's coming out during Roman segment tomorrow. For sure.
You think he's gonna come out during Roman segment?
They both gonna be on Raw, right?
With one
Cody, Roman will. I don't know about Cody.
Yeah,
I think Cody said before that he was gonna be on Raw.
Cody's messed up though, right? He had to cancel WWE Worlds for him.
He'd be all right.
He's come out there like,
hey, G, if he comes out,
if Fetty Wap do it all the time, he'd be okay.
That Crown Jewel Championship might be
where we might. Yeah, Fetty Wap be walking around with one eye open all the time. Cody Rhodes will be all right. You ain't got to do nothing physical. Just come out and look at Roman Reigns and be like, you know what I mean? All Cody got to do is, didn't I beat everybody competing for that title? Kind of play off of what Roman did, and then we can keep it pushing.
It's gonna be a different side now too, because now people are gonna lean more towards Roman's side opposed to Cody, because now Cody's been the guy for a couple years now, and people are kind of getting a little repetitive and tired of it. So it'll be interesting to see how they do certain things with that. I don't know if they're gonna pull the trigger on the Cody heel turn anytime, because I don't really think they honestly want to. If I'm being honest, I don't think they really want Cody to be a heel. I don't think they feel like anybody can take the spot that he's in. Even though Roman, even if he shows up more occasionally now, I think they value Cody in the position that he's in. So if the boos start to happen, I think they kind of expect it, to be honest. I think it's kind of just like we're kind of expecting it. It's just a matter of time before when it happens type stuff. I think it's inevitable to happen, because baby faces like Cody, you can like for a little bit, but then it gets to a point where, like you said, they get a little stale, and then it gets kind of hard to support them, where it's like, you feel like, too cookie cutter, as they would say. But Cody showed many, many times that he can be a different guy besides that, in his matches. And the heel tactics that he's done in his matches, I never looked at him as like he's turning heel. I just looked at it as he's doing what he has to do to win.
I didn't until Mania. Mania was the first time I thought, like, is he gonna turn?
I didn't feel that way either, because that's what Stephanie told him he had to do. If you're gonna win, you gotta gotta be a different guy. You can't be the same Cody. Right. It's not gonna work. So Cody's doing what his opponents have either done to him or tried to do to him first, or he realized, like, this is what you would do to me. I'm saying I'm just taking advantage of that opportunity. You feel me? So I look at Cody as he's the baby face, but he's not afraid to get blood on his hands if he has to make sure that he wins at the end of the day. And I think that's a unique style, because not all baby faces are like that. Some baby faces are like how Sammy was for a little bit before it started to change up. Like, he was trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to fight with pride, and I'm trying to always do the thing that's always right, but you're not winning though. So if you're not winning, it's not working. You know what I'm saying? Cody only made that one mistake against Cena, but that quickly switched. You know what I'm saying? Like once he realized he had made that mistake, he's like, yeah, I ain't doing that again. Like that, you won't catch me doing that twice. One time, okay, you got me once, but I'm not gonna do it twice. So I think that's how I kind of looked at. I never looked at anything Cody's done as heel was like made me feel like he's about to turn heel. Like I haven't felt that way yet. Like when it comes, I think we'll know based off like his expressions and like how he acts in the ring. You know what I mean? Like when Cena kicked Cody in the nuts, you saw the expression change. You were like, oh, that's not the heel turn. I mean, that he's a bad guy now. Like I haven't felt that with Cody. Like when he did the stuff with Cena and Orton, it was like he didn't look different to me. He just looked like he was the same guy. So it'll be interesting to definitely see what they do with Cody and Roman as far as, you know, I think the WWE has really wanted Roman and Cody both as their top champions, which is why I thought both guys were winning at WrestleMania 42. So now it's like, I think they see the conversations as far as like who's the guy. Some people think it's Cody, some people think it's Roman, and you know now it's like, all right, we have them both as champions. Let's see, you know, what we can make out of this. So it's like they have an interesting aspect here to me to actually produce some good quality stuff with both guys as champion. Now, one thing I will say that kind of does hold Cody back a little bit, they don't have the consistent, really good booking when it comes to Cody's side opposed to Roman's side. Because all this Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll stuff, I never see Roman Reigns doing anything like that. I don't think he would ever agree to do something like that because he know that shit would be trash. Like, you're not going to put me in a situation that will be bad. I mean, the only storyline he's had since being tribal chief that you could say was kind of like mid, maybe the LA Knight stuff, you know, but that was kind of leading into the Cody rematch and everything. But like
Goldberg.
Other than that, and I mean, that was just a little filler thing. That was only like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So it's like, other than that,
trash.
His long-term story stuff, his like long-term story layouts had never really been bad. You know what I mean? Like if it's been planned out really, really good. With Cody, he's had some good stuff, but then he's also had some stuff he's been in. It's like, why is he in this? Yeah. What is he doing in this? Never felt that with Roman when he was getting booked as champion. So that's the only thing that could potentially traject him a little bit. Is like, if you're going to make these two guys your top champions, you got to treat it that way. You know, make it competitive. Make it a fight. Make it competitive among the fans to debate. Like, is it Cody? Is it Roman? Like, make it that feel, because we haven't had that since Austin Rock, and that was the Attitude Era. You know, Batista and Cena had it for about a year, but it didn't last long before you felt Cena eclipse Batista in that spot. You know what I mean? They have an opportunity now, I feel, to do something cool where you have two top guys as your world champions and fighting for that top spot. And then you have Braun Breaker, you got Obafemi, the two next guys upcoming. So it's like now you got two top guys in that spot and two upcoming guys in that spot who can beat these two guys to take, you know, the championships and then fight for that spot again. So they have something really interesting to do here, but with the WWE, you just never really know what direction they go in, because right now it's a cool feeling to have right now, but that shit could change by tomorrow.
Facts.
That could all change by Monday Night Raw.
Because you know who finna pull up to Monday Night Raw tomorrow? Mr. Obafemi, the conqueror of the beat. Man, boy, I was so hyped because everything about this show was contingent on this opener.
Yeah, it was.
I said if y'all make I was like, I swear Brock Lesnar wins, I was turning off the show. I was like, I don't want to watch the rest of it because I know what type of. They could have made every right decision after that and gave me 5-star classics. It wouldn't have been the same.
It wouldn't have mattered at all.
Wouldn't have been the same.
I agree, dude.
It was. I don't know how much. I don't know how long. You know, every match was short other than the main event and the ladder match. So I don't care how long it went. I was a whole time. I said I don't care. I don't care how long it goes. I don't care if it's 5 moves of doom. Oba better win. Came up. Hey, that F5. I wanted to see him kick out at 1, but I'm glad he popped up.
That no slam.
Fall from grace. 1, 2, 3, boom. I said, okay. My literal reaction was good. I can enjoy the rest of the show now. Right? I can enjoy the rest of the show, and I can make sure we get these other right decisions that I was worried about.
Agreed. Honestly, bro,
I saw Brock Lesnar sit up. I really thought, I said, whose music are they gonna hit right now? Because I swear if it's Gunther's, I might be so turned if it's Gunther's. I'm like, whose music are they gonna hit right now? He took that first strap off that glove.
I was shocked, bro.
I said they let Oma do it. I said they let a black man retire Brock Lesnar. Oh my god!
And you see, you argued with me, y'all. You said it didn't matter that Oba taught his daughter how to shot put. I told
Bro, I
you
promise
that
you
shit
that doesn't
mattered.
matter. I promise you
told
that doesn't matter.
That's why
I
he let
promise
Oba
you,
retire,
bro. I promise you that doesn't matter, bro.
That's
Do
why
you
he
guys
did,
think
bro.
there's? Do you
I
guys
promise
think
you.
there's any chance, like realistically, do you think there's any chance that Brock made that call in the ring by himself? Like, do you think there's any chance that nobody backstage knew? Because he
Oh, for
looked,
sure.
because Paul Heyman looked lost.
I
Like,
don't.
Paul-
I
and he
genuinely don't
looked
think
at
anybody
Paul
knows.
Heyman and he went like this. I don't know what that, like, I don't know. I think he's just basically saying I'm done. Dude, but like, because it felt weird, in my opinion, that they were building up the whole Gunther thing, right? Like, oh, Gunther's going to, he needs a favor. I think the favor now will be a world title match. But like, I think that was obviously the favor was going to be I'm going to retire Brock Lesnar. But like, bro, like it was weird because I don't like Brock. I don't. Right? I've never been a fan of Brock. There's a lot of reasons I'm not a fan of Brock, but if we want to just talk about Brock Lesnar in the ring, I am snoozing half the time when he is in matches. I hate watching him wrestle, and he's on the receipt. He is usually a part of matches that I get really pissed off afterwards. John Cena matches, right? Like Kofi Kingston matches. I'm very furious at a lot of matches he's involved in. Watching Brock Lesnar start like doing that, like it was such a weird feeling because like I kind of like felt bad watching him, but at the same time, I don't like him. So it was like I was sitting there and I was like, huh, like he's actually retiring right now. Like,
yeah,
good. Yeah, like good.
I think
I
for
guess.
me it was just more like, oh, because I
it was
agree
like
to 100%.
shock.
I don't think anybody knew except 3 people. I don't even think Paul Heyman knew. I think Triple H
Paul
knew.
Heyman knew.
I think Triple H knew. I think Nick Khan knew. And the cameraman knew to pan to him. So Stu. Those are the only 3 people I think knew that he was going after this. Hey, I'm hanging it up. I think those are the only 3 people who know.
Unreal Season 3, baby.
Right, literally. That's unreal. Right? I saw him do that, and it was more so like, out of everything I wanted to see or didn't want to see from Brock Lesnar, retiring here at this WrestleMania, because I was not expecting that at all. I just assumed Minneapolis, that's where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So because it happened here, it almost gave me the feeling that AJ gave me when he actually lost to Gunther. It was like, here? Like AJ, I was like, you can't wait 2 more months? Like you ain't got to wrestle in between then. You can't wait 2 more months. And then Brock, it's like, I guess technically WWE never advertised this or nothing, so it's really on us. But I just like, oh, so I sometimes I guess you just done when you're done. You don't want to wait till you get to Minneapolis.
Brock said he was through, bro.
Yeah, it was just weird, honestly, watching him get emotional because, like,
he was sad, man.
I genuinely didn't think he cared about this. Like, he always used to say it. He used to say it to the media. I'm here for a paycheck. I'm only here because I'm getting paid. Like, he would disappear for so long and come back when he gets a bag. Like, it was weird to see.
He wasn't getting that Saudi bag no more. That's probably what it
He
was. He was probably shedding tears because he's not getting that Saudi bag.
Genuinely, no like him hugging Paul Heyman and stuff. I was like, does he actually care about this?
Obviously he cared. He's always cared. Like, I don't know why people thought that he never cared. It's just he doesn't care about the accolades and stuff. He doesn't look at wrestling the same way that everybody else looks at wrestling. To him, it's just this is what he does for a living. This is his job. But he obviously wouldn't be there doing it if he didn't enjoy it. Like, he's in a position throughout his life to where it's like he don't really have to do anything he doesn't want to do. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a very good place to be in your life, where like you can be in a position to where like you can make decisions and do things that you want to do in life. Like, it's, that's a good position to be in. So all the years that Brock was there, I mean, yeah, he was getting the money, so that's a big part of it. But if he didn't want to be there, then he wouldn't have been there, because nobody's going to force him to do it. They're not going to be like, hey, Brock, you got to come and do this today.
It was a pretty fat payday to not like accept, because he was getting paid bank. And honestly, though, I will say, in the end of the day, I'm just glad he went out putting over Oba in probably what was one of Brock's better like WrestleMania matches. Even with it being under 5 minutes, we all understand that this is just what Brock does. Like, he's a finisher fest half the time. Sometimes he puts on longer matches, but like, this was probably my favorite sub-5 Brock Lesnar match, and I think it even passed over the Goldberg match, because like there was actually some back and forth where I was watching Brock actually like kind of mess with Oba a little bit, but Oba just never even blinked. Like, he was never really worried. He was always going to come out on top, and you could tell. I think in the end of the day, if Brock could go out to anybody in this business, I don't think Gunther needed it. I understand his character, but I think Oba was the right guy to go out to.
Yeah,
Listen, it seemed like Brock Lesnar really liked Oba Femi.
He did.
He really liked him. And if this was the guy, if this is a call Brock made on his own saying, I want to retire here and I want to retire to that guy, I'll give him props. Good call.
Yeah, I think Obafemi was the right call too. If Brock is fully retiring, I mean, it just helps make Obafemi even better for the future, right? So we're always talking about the future and these guys who are part of the future. That's a good look for Obafemi to have. Now you continue his path to dominance and his path to being, a world champion and doing great things for WWE for the future. And Brock, truly, I only think came back just to have this ending because, before he disappeared for all that stuff that came out, he didn't have a proper ending. I mean, he had the Cody stuff, but it's like, I don't think that was going to be the end for him. I don't think he felt that was going to be the end for him. So him coming back was just him more so of like, I'm going to come back and just end it the way, it should be ended. So, kudos to them for doing it the way it did. I mean, it was a short match, but it was a fun match to watch, and it was exactly what it needed to be. Like, they made Oba look really good. Brock didn't even kick out of one finisher. Like, it was done very, very well. So that's how you make a star. This whole build was to make Oba a star, and it's worked. So
bro.
now WWE, they have a star on their hands and a silver platter. All they got to do now is just execute it.
He's so over. They were chanting to Roman, Oba's gonna kill you, bro. That like what? Obafemi is him. But can we talk about the second match of the night? Because man, that ladder match was high.
Before we move off, because we just mentioned Roman, I just want to say something that I just saw. We can move on. We ain't even got to comment on it.
I think you're about to say exactly what I was about to say. Go ahead.
Chat. First off, for all I think there's 330 some people in here.
Shout out y'all.
Like the video. Shout out all y'all, man. Like the video. Subscribe. Roman Reigns' entrance. Beautiful entrance. I'm glad he got his OG theme back. Black and gold glove. Aura. Roman Reigns' entrance was longer than Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer's match.
Oh, that's nasty.
I'm gonna let that simmer. Roman Reigns' entrance.
That's nasty.
Was longer than Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer's women's world title match.
But what if you included Liv's intro? What if you include Liv's intro?
We don't want to do that because that was horrible. I don't care. I meant to say this yesterday. It gave me 2000s Kesha vibe. That's what her theme song gave me. It gave me Kesha wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. That's what it gave me.
You know what's crazy? The only women's match.
That's the lyric of the song.
That's the words of the song.
The only women's match that actually went 10 minutes long was Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. Yeah. Wasn't a bad match though. Rhea and Jade actually did.
Hey, we gonna get to Jade Berg because shout out to Jade Berg. That bro, when she pulled out the one-winged angel, dog. What you doing, bro? I was like, wait, what?
If you told me that Jade and Rhea would have the longest match of every women's match in the entire show for both nights, I would have told you you're crazy because I would have thought that would have been the fastest one. Maybe the tag team.
I would have believed you because they always give Rhea time. They always give Rhea time.
But also in the end of the day, sometimes it feels like they overprotect Jade. And it's nothing against Jade. I think she's gotten so much better. I would have thought, no doubt in my mind, Liv and Stephanie got 20 minutes.
That's what I thought, Truth. I was like, we're about to get a banger.
Actually, I thought they were going to give Becky and AJ the most time. That's what I thought they were going to do.
But see, for me, it was all about AJ. Like,
yeah,
AJ's
ass couldn't handle
AJ
that.
Could go. Like,
I mean, she did it. She had a longer match with Bayley on Raw for that IC title. Like,
no, I don't disagree. But if you would have asked me what would have been the longest match, I would have said Liv and Stephanie. I thought, no doubt in my mind, these are two full-time performers. Right? They have great chemistry in ring. They have great chemistry out of the ring, despite there actually being a partial language barrier in there. They were so good in the limited time, and that's what should have given it away, right? WWE every week was giving them 5 minutes. right? I should have known that they were giving him 5 minutes because they didn't give a crap about it. Like, and it was devastating to see what they did with that. But there's always there's always a chance they could retcon it and have another match between the two of them. But that's gonna unfortunately be something we have to remember, is that they just barely cared about it.
The entrance, bro. The entrance.
Who's the entrance y'all like more, Cody or Roman's?
Romans, bro. I'm sorry, Romans. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, no, I'm gonna give Cody his props. That shit was hard.
I gotta
that
go
shit
Cody,
went crazy.
Bro. That was cool.
I thought Punk copied him with the vignettes. I was like, oh, Punk, you on your copy shit, but I like Punk's vignettes.
Oh no, Romans was tough, bro. I think
classic,
bro, because Roman came back with the red and the thing.
Well, yeah, what did
OG
it for, I liked Cody's. Cody's felt like superhero-ish. You know what I mean? It felt like
all his costumes.
Yeah, felt like a Marvel type stuff, but Roman with the drums. And what did it for me when I heard that OG theme, bro? I said, "Yeah, bro, it's raps, bro."
He came out with the black and gold glove. I said, "Yeah, bro."
When I heard the OG theme, bro, I was so happy, bro. I'm like, they brought back the OG theme, bro.
Yeah,
I'm still sticking with Cody, bro. I thought Cody's went.
Bro, I thought I like Punk's interest more than Roman's, bro. When they hit that Kentari, that Ring of Honor shit, I was.
I don't know about that.
I gotta stick with Cody, bro. Cody knows.
That might be my favorite Roman entrance, bro, at Mania, because that shit was
dude. Roman has like the most like he doesn't go like crazy with these like long vignettes and stuff. Like, bro, he just gets like classic music out there, and then he just struts himself to the ring, and you just feel the aura come off him. It's crazy how he does it. Like, you know what? Maybe he is the real face of the company. I might have to rethink on this. Like, I'm
telling you,
because you know what?
Special, bro.
And that's the one thing that I just feel.
Cody,
like, how many people in the company's history can you name got more aura than Roman Reigns, bro? Like,
dude, honestly, it is a true
his
statement.
presence is like, it's different, bro. It's different.
He just like, it's just everything he does. Like, even just the way he like slow walks to the ring. Like, so many people that would slow walk would get me mad. But I'm like sitting there watching Roman, and just you feel the aura. And I don't know, man.
I look at Roman Reigns.
A generation type of guy. I feel like I'm glazing the absolute.
Glazing, bro. That Cody interest was gas.
Cody's my favorite superstar, and I'm talking
you
about
glazing Cody.
Hey, the chat agrees though. The chat agrees though. The chat agrees.
But Sami Zayn,
Cody's interest was cool. I liked it. I think Roman.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. It was a good entrance. It's just man, it ain't got the aura. No matter what Cody did, he came out with the mask up under. Yeah, cool. Which, by the way, I do miss the fact that he like would come from up under. I do like that touch. But man, Roman ain't got to do much. But I even think Roman got the 4K camera. I'm almost positive he got the 4K camera for his entrance.
But best
and nobody else was getting that. Nobody else was getting that. Not even Liv Morgan singing that Kesha song.
Dom had the best interest to me of the weekend. I fucked with Dom shit. The King of the Luchadors. I fucked with it.
That was cool.
Pack that nigga up, man.
That's interesting. That's why I asked you about the top guy, bro. It's like, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think everything that Roman says, I think he really believes that shit, bro. Like, I'm still the guy, bro. Like, still.
Yeah, he for sure believe that shit. That's what makes it so real. Because he for sure believe that.
I did see a report, like I didn't see by who, so like take it with a grain of salt. But apparently there was a big stipulation backstage from WWE of if we're going to give this title to Roman, he needs to have a closer to full-time schedule. It's not going to be there every week, but I do think we're going to see Roman Reigns more than we saw like Brock Lesnar during his.
Think he wrestles that Backlash?
He better.
See, I actually don't think so. If the plan is to have Randy and Cody wrestle there, I think they'll go one world title match there, and then they'll give because they were still doing the 5-match PLEs, right?
Yeah, what's after Backlash?
That's a great question. Clash in whatever European company
I think Clash in Italy is not until later.
Right.
I'm gonna look at WWE's pay-per-view schedule.
You know they got if they do King of the Ring or something like that, they got to go to Saudi. So,
isn't Money in the Bank really late this year?
Yeah, it is. It's in New Orleans. Yes, it's super late.
Shout out New Orleans.
It's after SummerSlam this year, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, it is after SummerSlam this year, which is so weird.
But Saturday night's main event.
Backlash.
I don't count that as a pay-per-view. I don't count that as a
Roman
pay-per-view.
Reigns ain't doing outside night. He ain't
It
doing
was a
outside
joke.
night.
It is Clash in Italy.
Roman Reigns ain't doing outside nights, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say. So it is Clash in Italy?
Oh, Roman's
actually,
doing Clash in Italy.
This is actually very interesting. It's May 9th is Backlash, and then May 31st is Clash in Italy. Those are pretty close together. Like,
I can see him doing both because you got to think Backlash is in Florida too.
Oh, that is true. I honestly, it depends with me because if they're gonna do the 5-match PLEs, I feel like they won't do both men's world titles. So I feel like one of those.
Roman Reigns will for sure be in Italy.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Yeah, I think he'll be in Italy.
He got to do Italy, bro. That crowd gonna go stupid, bro.
You need it. You need it. I think he'll do Italy.
I can see him doing Backlash too, though, because
but honestly, the fact that we're even having this conversation about him showing up potentially at both, that's good. That's good news. We need that. Like Roman is. He's crucial to show up if he's going to be.
Hey, but think about it though, we don't have a main roster pay-per-view after Clash in Italy until SummerSlam. That's June and July because the only thing that's here is Saturday night's main event.
They said they're announcing something soon. I'm pretty sure they're coming out with another.
Okay,
I think they're coming out with another pay-per-view.
They usually have another Saudi show in there, but everything.
I think that's the thing. I think they're going to announce a new PLE. Soon.
Yeah, they're putting some in Europe.
They gotta wait for the whole.
Bro, they might as well put Evolution in there, bro.
They're gonna do something.
They don't care about them, bro.
They're gonna do something in Europe more than likely on that tour while they're.
But if they listen to us more often, they watch the show. I don't know what you know. What TKO probably blocked of Triple H's access to our show because clearly once he stopped listening to us, shit's been hitting the fan. So I'm gonna need Ari Emanuel to, open up that Wi-Fi again and let him watch our show. Trying to help you out.
Roman 3.
But we'll definitely. I just saw that. Like, yeah, realistically, do you think we get to Crown Jewel with them both holding the titles? I don't think. I don't know when it is, so I would have to look.
Crown Jewel usually in October.
It's late, right? So
it is. It's October. It's October 2020.
But last year they didn't have Crown Jewel in Saudi either. It was in Australia, so.
I don't think they only have. They'll both be holding the titles, though.
If Crown Jewel's in Saudi, they're doing the championship because it's only a Saudi thing.
Yeah,
I thought. Did they not do it?
Did they not do it in Australia?
No, they didn't. They didn't do the Crown Jewel champion in Australia.
I think they
did because Seth Rollins did. He beat Cody.
Oh, they did.
Seth beat Cody, and then who won? Stephanie
beat Tiffany.
Yeah. Yeah, they did do it, but the whole thing is for that championship means virtually nothing, but it is a cool opportunity to get the champion versus champion.
It's basically Survivor Series.
It is,
and Survivor Series.
It's Survivor Series, but it's just the world title.
That would be an interesting matchup because it would be like Roman and Cody, who's really the guy, both are champions. I think that would put WWE in a decision. It's like they got to pick somebody. You got to pick somebody.
I don't think
they absolutely won't because I guarantee you, if Crown Jewel's in October, I guarantee you know what they're gonna do because it's in Saudi. I smell a DQ finish. And that'll set up War Games. That's literally what it's gonna do. It's gonna set up, bro. They are not going to have a definitive winner. If it is Roman and Cody, they are not going to have a definitive winner in Saudi Arabia.
I don't.
If it's not a WrestleMania, it'll be a DQ finish.
I don't even think they'll get there. I think
Cody might get there, but I don't.
I think Cody will drop it to Randy before that.
Cody ain't even gonna be the champion at that point.
I think Cody's most likely going to lose way more before Roman, obviously. So I will stick with. There's a good chance that neither of them is the champion by that time, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see where we get there. So
they just need they're not going to have a draft, but they do need to shuffle a couple of people.
They should.
I actually want to ask, but
they don't do the draft right. I was
going to say, do you think that it has to do with Netflix by any chance? Because it feels like Netflix has their priorities of these are the guys that we want, and then SmackDown gets everything else. Plus, here's the NXT stars.
Yeah, that's SmackDown's
versus Obo was just so special. You needed him on Monday Night Raw. It feels like Netflix just has this pull because why would they just stop doing the draft? Why would they stop shuffling? Why are the titles on the same place as always?
But I think the reason they stopped doing the draft is because they sucked at it. Literally, I vividly remember. All they did. I forget the year, but all they did. I think it was Bianca Belair was the first pick this year or something. All they did was take the feuds that were happening on Raw and moved them to SmackDown. And then they took the feuds that were happening on SmackDown and moved them to Raw. And even though people on this podcast, I think half of them aren't here, tried to tease me about people being in couples and how they don't like to split them up, they literally do that all the time. If Bianca Belair gets drafted to SmackDown, guess who's following them? The Street Profits. When Charlotte and Andrade were a thing and they was engaged, they was on the same brand. The only people that weren't on the same brand as of late recently was Ludwig and Tiffany. And that's because when they got together, Tiffany was still in NXT. That's the only couple I vividly remember them keeping on separate brands. Everybody else, Zelina and Alistair, before they even got together on screen, were in the same brand. They do it all the time, so they don't really draft how they're supposed to, because all they do is flip people to the other side.
But the thing is even just having a few little flip-flops here and there. I mean, bro, like we're talking about like the Women's United States Championship is the perfect example, right? Like everybody's like, you know, during the WWE and Real, they're like, oh, she already feuded with this person and that person. But like, you know, so what do we do now? It's like, well, because you have the same freaking people involved in the divisions. You're having no one move left and right. Like just imagine just taking Lyra Valkyria and putting her on Friday Night SmackDown. She now has multiple new matches, multiple new feuds. Even if you moved like 1 to 2 people per division to the other sides and just shake things up. Like, I mean, bro, look at Rhea. Rhea's on SmackDown, right? Let's just assume as the champion. Rhea can now face Tiffany Stratton. We didn't have that match. Rhea can now face Julia. Rhea can now face Jordan Grace. These are matches we didn't have. All because one person switched to the other show. We kept the same people on the same brands for so long. They're literally running out of people to wrestle because it's just the same matches, the same feuds. So even if you just flip-flop a couple of people to different shows, you would see a massive change because you're just going to finally have new, fresh feuds.
Phantom, to address you real quick, when they eventually call up Kaylani, wherever Mello is, that's where she'll follow. Second, I don't disagree with you. I think they do need to check that up. I said this like a couple months ago, or it might have been like a good amount of months ago. They just need to go ahead and Triple H and Shawn Michaels need to sit down and be like, look, Shawn, you haven't done it in a while. Go ahead, grab some people from Evolve. Go ahead, do your little NXT Women's Breakout Tournament, because you haven't done one, I think, since Roxanne. Or I think they might have done one more after that. But they haven't done a Women's Breakout Tournament in a while. Go ahead and go do that, because we're about to steal like 7-8 of these women just to fill in our mid-card. They need to, because let's be real, there's a lot of people in that division that do not need to be there. They're just there because, like, if we really keep it a buck, right now today, they can go get Jada Parker. They can go get
JC Jane. Yeah,
JC Jane should have been called up.
Fallon Henley.
Fallon Henley can be called up. Kalani don't need to be there no more. What's it called?
Blake Monroe.
Y'all be
Blake Monroe, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we know why she's there, because she just need to get her name around WWE.
And it's crazy because this is coming off the back. They just called up, not just called up, but they called up people like Stephanie, Julia. They called up Jordan Grace. They called up so many people. The NXT women's division was the best division. Roxanne. They had just done such an amazing job.
Sol Ruka too. I forgot about her.
Yeah, they could definitely call.
Once Sol Ruka and Zarya finish up this feud, they don't need to be there no more. If you want to give one of them an NXT title, cool, but they don't need to be there no more.
You could keep Zarya, but let Sol Ruka come up.
Kendall Gray can go too, but she just got there. So
I would give Kendall Gray some time.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she doesn't need it, but I get it.
Yeah, let Kendall have an NXT run. Yeah,
let her build up the accolades. Not that she needs it, but just so when we're talking about her in the Hall of Fame, we could be like, she won an NXT title or an NXT North American title.
Right. I mean, shoot, you even got people. I'm not gonna lie, because when they first got here, and I ain't been keeping up as consistently, but every time Ren Sinclair is on my screen, I find myself dying laughing.
I like Ren Sinclair.
Yes,
she's improved dramatically. Like, even in ring, I'm like, oh, you're actually technically sound. You're actually like low-key like that. Like,
and I watch her social media stuff every Wednesday.
Yeah, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I would do if I was fixing this women's division. Well, she just won the title, so keep her there until she loses it. But like if it was me running this division, I have to really sit down with Sean. Like, Sean, I hate to do this to you, but you're gonna have to do a little breakout tournament with this Evolve women, or you're gonna have to bring some people up. I put like this: when's your next performance center class? When are they ready to graduate? How many women are in there? 3? All right, cool. Go get 3 from them and go get 4 from Evolve because I'm bringing up 7.
Yep.
Sorry, brother. And I'm literally just filling out the mid card because also too, the reason why I'm filling out the mid card, the main event is about to get a little bit more crowded because now that the Brie Bella and Paige have won them tag titles, we're inevitably when Nikki Bella comes back, she's gonna be jealous. She's gonna attack Paige. We're gonna get Nikki and Brie versus Paige and AJ Lee, and then that division's gonna be dead. And then Charlotte's gonna turn up because because Brie and Paige have now won these titles. Charlotte's gonna turn on Alexa. Bayley and Lyrie are gonna have their own feud. Asuka and Kyrie eventually gonna break up. These tag teams are about to disperse. That division is dead. That division is completely gone. Nash and Laya might stick around, but I don't want to see either of them as baby faces. So don't turn on each other. Just go your separate ways.
Lash needs to be pushed on her own end. Like she does not.
Right. So they're gonna do all that, and then it's gonna be Nikki and Brie versus Paige and AJ Lee, and then when Paige and AJ Lee eventually take those tag titles, I guess you can give it to the Judgment Day of Roxanne and Raquel, but who knows if they're even together at the time.
Gone at that point.
Right. So that division is about to die. So your mid card and main event are about to get a little better. Rhea's gonna need some heels to feud with, right? So we're about to get a little better, and Liv is gonna need some baby faces.
Yep.
So I would go call up all them women and fill out the mid card because your tag division is about to die.
They also aren't building up tag teams either, which is a very unfortunate
because they need to.
That's a whole.
But they also don't have they don't have a women's tag team titles in NXT to be going for.
They need to send those titles back to NXT. Oh my God! If they send those titles down to NXT, I promise you it would be fine. They don't need them on the main roster.
I agree.
Send them down to NXT. They had them down there, and then they brought them back up. Or no, they did like a unification match.
Yeah.
For what stupid reason? I have no idea. But send them when they had the NXT women tag titles. That was perfect. I say great job.
But I'm intrigued to see the route they go down with all this stuff. There's a lot of the entire women's division. I'll let you speak, but like the entire women's division right now across all 3 brands, like it's very exciting. There's a lot to look forward to. There's a lot of superstars that I really want to see now challenge Liv and challenge Rhea. So we'll have to see. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
So how are y'all feeling about like the futures with let's say like Trick Williams with that USA title? Are we getting the Mellow Trick feud after this?
I don't know because why would you take Mello off 3 weeks before WrestleMania? Stupid.
I really hope they don't just blow it off as like a nothing match. Like I hope they don't just give it to like a SmackDown.
Nah, this better be a story. This better be. It ain't got to be the exact same way you did it in NXT because the.
You think he keeps the open challenge going?
No,
he's a heel. He shouldn't.
Yeah, he should.
I agree. 100%. He's a bad guy.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
He needs to take the approach of when I fight, it's pay-per-view. It's in that sort of.
You don't get to see me. You don't get to see me weekly fighting out here.
But
that's how idiots lose their titles.
If we can just get Sammy Hogan up out of here, and if we can just run back the dynamic of Carmelo, Ilya, and Trick, and let that run for the next 4 months. I'll be happy. I'll sign up. Obviously, we got different dynamics. Trick is not the young pup anymore. He's now the star, and Melo kind of struggles. So now we can kind of flip the dynamic a little bit.
Yeah,
right. And Ilya is Ilya. Right. Ilya is Ilya. You know what I mean? Like, please let them. And the promo packages, if they give them like pre-recorded, we'll go crazy. Just stop telling Trick to rap, please. It's not as bad as Liv Morgan's acting like Kesha, but Trick, you rapping is not good. Stop.
Hey, look, the Trick Yachty song was way better than that Liv Morgan song, bro. Don't do that.
The bar's in hell. the bar's in hell. Like It's not hard to do that. My son can go make a song better than that.
I'm intrigued to see what they do next with the U.S. title, because I do think there's going to be like I would like to think that Sami Zayn just kind of like completely leaves the picture.
He needs to.
But at the same time, like, do you have Sami? Like, Sami, does he go to Cody now? Like, is that where he steps up to? Like, because it's also funny. Like, are we just gonna keep Ilya Dragunov in the mid card? I mean, I'd like to see like Ilya. I'd like to see be wrestling every week. I don't care who he's wrestling. I don't care if he wrestles a broomstick. Like, I want to see him wrestling every week. I want to see Melo, going back for the U.S. title. Like, but I also want to see new dogs in the fight. I'd like to see some new superstars get involved in the feuds. I just don't know. And granted, WrestleMania is the conclusion half the time, right? WrestleMania is the end of the season. So where do we start now? Who are we going to go to next? Trick Williams just won the U.S. title. He's probably going to say, I'm done with the open challenges. That's what idiots do. Yep. And then who comes front? Is it going to be Melo? I would love that. But at the same time, I need there to be a pretty in-depth story. And Trick Melo Gang should get its due. But I don't trust that WWE will give it its due, because they couldn't even give Randy and Cody their due.
Look, man, I just need Trick to get that love, bro.
You say you want new challengers?
Mm-hmm.
You know who will come out, right?
Don't say Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, I was gonna say that'd be nasty.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Solo, hell. Dun 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 dun.
We taking it all.
Nah, bro. Solo's going after Royce Keys now.
I was about to say, I'd much rather Royce Keys come out and challenge.
I promise you. I promise you. Hey, Sammy gonna come out. Melo gonna come out. Ilya gonna come out. And Solo gonna come out.
Gentlemen.
Right, yeah.
We're gonna have a number one contender fatal 4-way match.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I promise you.
Number one contenders fatal 4-way is nasty.
Why not? Y'all have
Solo in there, bro.
Solo, Melo,
get Johnny
Sammy
Gargano in there, bro. Give my Johnny some respect.
Yeah,
Johnny, I would love to see Johnny.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to bank and probably put money on the fact that I just need to go watch some TNA, because I'm not gonna lie. There's the Motor City Machine Guns. They have no charisma. They have no. I know they can hoop in the ring, but they have no charisma. I hate Chris Sabin. Is that the one? Which one's the one? Whoa,
chill on Chris Sabin, bro.
Which one's the one with the? Hey, which one's the one? Which one's the one with the long hair? Like that?
Oh no, that's
Alex. Right. Yeah, right. I hate Chris Sabin.
I think he is.
Wait, you hate Chris Sabin?
I don't know,
bro. I think they. No, I'm not talking about in ring. I think their charisma, like both of their charismas, is like it's like they get stage fright. And that's what I'm saying. I clearly got to go watch TNA. I got to go watch some other stuff. Because Chris in WWE, I know they can hoop. I've seen it in WWE. I truly believe that 2 out of 3 Falls match with DIY was so elite, but the crowd was so ass. I hated the crowd that they didn't appreciate that, because that was real hoops.
That was such.
But when they get on that mic and start talking, they sound like the nerdy substitute teacher that's trying to actually be the teacher. And everybody just looking at you like, boy, shut up. I'm not going to see you tomorrow. That's what they sound like. And I can't.
The Motor City Machine Guns just don't have a good presentation in the WWE.
Yes.
Okay. Exactly. I mean, I figured.
Bro, if you TNA, watch like Chris Sabin and stuff.
I was going to say, Chris Sabin's the man.
Can they cut promos in TNA?
They pretty much cut the same promos in TNA.
Yeah.
The same promos.
They weren't known for their promos.
They're not promo guys. Stop, man.
They weren't known for their promos. They were
so they was this bad in TNA. I know they can hoop.
They were known to be a really good tag team.
Okay, right. And I said, like I said, I know they can hoop. I know they got the in ring.
I was gonna say, wasn't Sabin also like really good in the X Division?
He was. Sabin was the X Division god. What?
I was gonna say, like,
X Division god, bro. He was the X Division.
Promos like this.
So in short, they can hoop, but they just.
And he's former TNA World Champion too.
Yeah, he was.
Right. So TNA World Champ, X Division Champ, but.
They're the kind of people Vince wrote promos for, because they just didn't have the charisma to go out there and do.
So they were so bad, Vince had to give them a better promo.
Well, no, I don't know if it was just an example. Like Vince would have wrote their promos. I just don't think they're. I mean, yes, I'm not gonna lie to you. The more you say it, Chris Sabin does kind of give the substitute teacher vibe of like, hey guys, I'm the cool teacher here, and you're just like, yo, shut up.
They're not promo guys though.
Yeah,
okay, that's fair.
That
that is why I'm asking. Yeah, I know they can hoop in the ring, right? When that bell ring, hey, I
watched them versus the Dudleys, Beer Money.
Yeah, the Beer Money shit was crazy.
I believe they can hoop. I'm saying, I just, I hear them talk, and I'm just like,
I've never heard a soul say I hate Chris Sabin.
Yeah, me neither. I get Alex Shelley because I never was an Alex Shelley guy, but Chris Sabin.
What for Alex Shelley? Come on, bro. Motor City Machine Guns is tough.
They're both fire.
Hey, I believe they can hoop, but if they charisma, they legit have no charisma to them, like none. Like they are literally.
They aren't booked this. When they first came to WWE, they were booked like they were going to be like really good. And they actually serious.
I mean, if we keep it a buck, they still ain't had no charisma, but they was hooping in the ring, and we got the titles off the MFT, so I was cool. Whatever they were called at the time, the New Bloodline, the one with it was cool, but
and then they killed it, bro. They killed him. It was.
Somebody said they're fake Brian Kendrick and Paul London.
Oh,
y'all already know how. You already know how I feel about that tag team. So go ahead.
They're better than Brian Kendrick, Paul London, bro.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Crazy.
So they're better than the Man with the Plan.
Yeah.
Man with the Plan was cool though. That was cool. Cool team.
Oh man, that's crazy. Hey, shout out to Javon though. We haven't talked about that ladder match. That ladder match was great. I'm sorry. That ladder match
was really, really good, bro.
That ladder match was incredible, bro.
That ladder match was really, really good. I feel like, honestly, I think that's the best IC title ladder match, bro. I think they might have ever had at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's better than the one Daniel Bryan won for sure.
It's better than 31 and 32, I think. And those are good ladder matches. I don't know if I would say it's better than Shawn and Razor because that's a classic. That's considered an all-time classic match, but I
don't know.
Everything about this match was
I'm gonna have to go rewatch that because
the execution. You don't like old
you're not gonna rock with it.
It honestly had everything I could want. In a match. It
had everything, bro. It had spots. It had people shine.
One thing that I think it gets kind of underappreciated is in those big ladder matches when you just have the one guy that you just don't expect to climb a ladder. Like Rusev in there, it was pretty cool to see him in there because he's such a counterpoint to everybody else involved. It's you don't see him being the guy climbing the ladder, but you see him being the guy preventing everybody from climbing the ladder, right?
Yeah.
Him being the guy beating the piss out of somebody outside the ring. And in the end of the day, bro, from the very beginning, I said two things. Number one, there was going to be a spot where Rusev takes the brunt from someone else, right? There was going to be a spot where Rusev's got to be the guy to catch somebody. And most important, we all knew the number one guy who was going to take the worst bump in that entire place was going to be JD McDonough.
Oh,
you just knew it. This man throws his body on the line like he does not care about it at all.
Chef's kiss, JD.
I knew JD was going to throw his body on the line and he was going to take the worst bump. Because if everybody had their hands up, all right, who's going to be the one to take Penta's Mexican Destroyer on the ladder? JD McDonough's head would have gone up, his hand would have gone up, and he said, right here, it's going to be me, because he is the guy who will 100% be remembered for just the pain this man takes. He took the massive RKO in War Games. He's just the guy, man. He takes the bumps, and I respect the absolute hell out of that.
This match kind of reminded me of NXT ladder matches. You see the most random people a part of these matches, people that don't really get a lot of shine. In these matches, they all shine, though. You know what I'm saying? Dragon Lee looked good. JD McDonough, Rusev, who isn't on TV as much. And then you got legends like Rey Mysterio, who's 51. He looked really good in that match.
He did.
Then you look Javon Evans looked really good. Penta looked good. Everybody looked really, really good in this match, man. Really good.
Only thing I wanted Javon to win. That was the only thing. But I'm not mad at Penta winning.
Yeah.
I was going to say Penta just got it. I knew Javon wasn't winning. Penta literally just got it.
Javon will be all right. He'll be good.
Yeah, he will.
He'll be all right. He gonna feud with the Americanos again. And
oh God, no.
He'll be good.
You know what I mean? He'll be all right. What's it called? I did see somebody say a while ago when they announced this ladder match, they was like, "Hey Rusev, I just need 15, 8, and 2 from you, gang." I don't need nothing else. Just give me 15, 8, and 2. And I was like, yeah, give me Zach Randolph numbers. And that's exactly what he did. I was like, all right, cool.
He
You
did
can
his
work with
thing.
that.
He did.
He did his
Who are
thing. So
who
shout out-
are if you had who are two people though that you felt should have been on WrestleMania that weren't on WrestleMania this year? Because there's some people that left off that kind of like they probably should have been on there.
Oh, easy. Your two representatives of Japan.
Mm.
Io and the fact that Io came out on this card, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love the segment, as much as I rock with the dude, I'm a big supporter of the dude since I heard his theme song. Danhausen, Miz, and Kit Wilson can get some time, but Io and Oscar can't get no time. Yeah, all right, bro. Because the whole reason why they didn't want to announce Io and Oscar is because, we don't know if Nikki Bella is going to compete, so it might need to be the Kabuki Warriors. You replaced her with Paige.
Crazy.
You clearly could have announced something the day of, because the Demon and Dom turned into a street fight on the Countdown show. You could have gave us Io and Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy too that Tiffany and Io weren't on WrestleMania, and they both were the world champions last year.
And they were both on the graphic, bro.
Yep.
They were both in a part of the graphic. The fact that they didn't have
were in the Las Vegas thing. Yeah,
dude, they literally could have just like, I'm being so serious. Would anyone have actually been mad if if Tiffany Stratton walked out there and said, absolutely not, I am not missing WrestleMania. I am way better than everybody else in this ring. I open challenge right now, 10 minutes, her versus Io. I don't think there would have been a soul that would have been mad about that. And yes, realistically, we all knew that once the Danhausen segment happened, everyone's thought's going to be, this made it to WrestleMania. Even if it was funny, this made it to WrestleMania, but Io and Asuka couldn't. Tiffany Stratton couldn't. Julia, I know they don't care about her, but Julia couldn't. Like, there was so many things that they could have done instead of that. And I'm fine with them doing the whole Danhausen thing, but like, I'm also like floored at just how fast all of these matches were throughout the whole weekend. So many matches were like less than 15 minutes. And then you had the long one with the Roman match. But like, I was kind of sitting there, I'm like, what are they making up all this time from? Like, where is it that
the ads,
the ads, and bro, the entrances, like the entrances
also
were long.
The ads,
and also too, you know what it was? I bet you some of them was like, yeah, we in Vegas, brother. Let's wrap this show up. I got some places to be on the strip, bro. I got some slot machines to hit. I got a little game of blackjack. Let's wrap this up, brother.
Like, they wanted to get out of there fast.
Mine's Mello, Malik, and I also it's not him because I get why, because he's with R-Truth, but it's just crazy to see Wepa go from champion to fucking R-Truth tag team member, bro, and not on Mania.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah,
Damian Priest, he'd be all right. I'm not gonna lie, there was nothing for him to do.
Yeah, he's a guy I think that like if you don't have anything to do, I don't think too many people are gonna be furious that he's off.
Like I was about to say, he had his moment
against him. I like Damian Priest.
That's because they haven't done anything with him in 2 years.
Yeah, and he's another guy that feels stagnant. And he's stuck.
Yeah, like, for 7 months that wasn't even on a. They couldn't even.
Dude, I was gonna say that he feuded with Finn for 18 months. He feuded with Aleister Black for 18 months. He feuded with Drew McIntyre for 18 months. Well, can we wrap up a freaking feud with this guy? Like, why does he get stuck for so long doing the exact same thing for 4 years? Like, just give this guy like a month and a half long feud and then have him move on.
This is why I've always been an advocate for bringing Money in the Bank back to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
because you avoid issues like this when you don't have certain superstars and stories that should be a part of WrestleMania that fans want to see a part of WrestleMania. Put them in the Money in the Bank, even if they're not going to win. It's an important match on the show that adds value. People can shine in the Money in the Bank that still aren't going to win. I mean, Shelton Benjamin was in the Money in the Bank like every year, never won it. But he got a lot of highlights from those matches that people talk about. He got a lot of moments from those matches that people talk about. People like Mello, Ilya, Io, Tiffany, Damian Priest, like Aleister Black, people that could have been on WrestleMania instead of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which doesn't mean jack shit anymore. They don't care about that Battle Royal. It's not even on WrestleMania anymore. If you bring back Money in the Bank, a women's for one night and a men's for one night, it solves all those problems for WrestleMania.
That is true. And honestly, I want to just quickly bring it up because you brought up the Battle Royal. Do you think that they should give some sort of stipulation to that? Because they're going to do it every year, right?
It's a trophy.
But I'm saying, like, you
get a trophy.
You don't think like for example, King
No,
and
you
Queen of
get
the
your
Ring.
name on
Now you get a world title match at SummerSlam, right? And now those actually feel like real accolades of like, oh my god, you want that. But like I'm saying, like, you don't even think like, all right, Andre the Giant Battle Royal, we're gonna do it every year because we do it every year. Why not, like, all right, you get a shot at the mid card title of
The
your
US title, it
It should be
like
something for WrestleMania. If you're gonna win the Battle Royal, you should, I don't know, be inserted like in some match at WrestleMania. This is your last shot to get on WrestleMania.
you should get something because, bro, we do it every year as a showcase, and I don't think there's been a year where I don't get mad watching it because I'm like, why is this guy in there? Why is this guy this year? Why is Ilya Dragunov in there? Carmelo was in there, right? Was Melo in there?
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't in there. Okay, good. At least
he's
they
got a
did that.
kayfabe injury.
Yeah,
so.
at least they did that because I would have been pissed off. Okay, why is Ilya in there? Why is Aleister Black in there? You guys, if you don't know, I love Johnny Gargano. Why the hell is he in here? He should just not be in this company anymore. Like, there's certain guys you just get in there and you just get mad of like, why are these superstars being used here when they could be used? It's perfect for guys like Otis, who you don't you just don't care about throughout the entire year, and then you see him in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and you're like, oh, I forgot I like Otis. He's fun. Like, but it feels useless. It's useless every year, but they still find time to do it. So I feel like the same way they did the King of the Ring tournament, right? They should decide nowadays, like, you don't just win a trophy, right? Let's actually make it mean something where guys like Cesaro, guys like, Melo last year will actually feel memorable because they got some sort of title shot because of it.
Yeah, I mean, something should come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're gonna do the Battle Royal on WrestleMania, I mean, if you put it on WrestleMania, just make it like you get a title shot on the Raw after Mania.
Yeah,
or
the SmackDown after
something
Mania,
so small like that. Yeah, just
like something like that.
Just to earn something, because right now you get to do this. Cool.
You get your name on a trophy, like Malik said. That's it.
Yeah, you get your name on a trophy. They haven't had the Battle Royal on a real WrestleMania show in 10 years.
Jesus.
Jeez.
10 years. So they've only ever had it on WrestleMania, like the main show, twice ever.
Crazy.
The first one it was 2016. Other than that, it's always been a pre-show. It's been a pre-show match, or now they got it on SmackDown.
Wasn't there the one with Colin Jost and Michael Che with Braun Strowman?
No. This is the one. Baron Corbin one is when Shaq came out and everything. This was WrestleMania 32.
What's the one I'm thinking of?
I think that was WrestleMania 35.
No, you don't get a chain,
Dominic.
The only reason why Melo got a chain was because Miz gave it to him in storyline. You don't get a chain.
And I'm not gonna lie, that was elite. I really thought they was gonna do something with that though. Like when he got the chain. Oh yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Melo don't miss, man. I don't care what y'all say. Bro.
Hated that shit, bro. That shit was so bad.
That was good, bro. That was good. I liked it. I hated the him.
Did they ever even have a match either?
No, they didn't. Wait,
yeah, Carmelo won. Yeah.
Okay.
Moved on. Yeah, they had a match.
They had a match?
Yeah.
But SmackDown is so missable.
It took them a while. It took them a long time.
It did take them a while. It was just attacking each other, and then
mind you, Melo don't miss. They were never even featured in the tag team stuff too. Like
yes, they did. They had tag matches.
When that whole tag team stuff was going on for the TLC, they weren't even.
That because they were new. They just got there. They just got there.
They weren't even there for SummerSlam. They weren't even there for SummerSlam
because they had just got there.
They've been there for SummerSlam. They've been a thing.
No. Because remember, it first started off where Miz was just trying to mentor Melo and just kind of be in his ear. Then they were like, "Hey, let's try this as a tag team."
No way.
And then they did that for a little bit, and then he was like, "All right, I'm off this shit." You know what I mean?
That shit was not good.
I'm not gonna lie, I rocked with it. I didn't hate. I like these segments. I thought Miz and Melo actually had some.
Every time I saw them on TV, I'm like, why is Carmelo in this shit, bro?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Carmelo should have been better.
Hey, every time they're on TV, bro.
It low key propelled him. I'm not gonna lie.
I was just about to say, once he left the Miz, all of a sudden he started getting reactions. He started getting cheered. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. We need to really talk about the Miz as like an elite propeller. An elite propeller. The things he's about to do for Danhausen and Kit Wilson. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Miz got Kit Wilson in a WrestleMania ring with John Cena.
Literally, like, Truth, come on, talk to him, man.
kid.
Kid Wilson had a segment with John Cena. Danhausen had a
Now, did
segment
he have
with
to
John
introduce
Cena.
himself to John Cena?
Yes, he did.
But
That was
John
bro,
Cena knows who he is. He just can't.
John knew he needed to do that because that was about to be hilarious.
But that was
Like,
awesome because
and you
John
are?
was like, introduce myself, get him to introduce himself. Now the world knows, okay.
Bro,
I'm
John
fucking
is so
John Cena.
happy to be out of the wrestling ring, but still a part of the wrestling business. You could tell. Like he was.
Man,
I saw him
he got
on
a big
Taker's
fat check to
pod.
come.
I was gonna say on Taker's podcast, I saw him talking briefly just because I just wanted to see Cena. I was watching talking, dude. He's like, this is the best. He's like, I get to just sit backstage and just basically like shoot the shit with people, have a good time. And I have almost zero expectations. Like, I'm not worried about a match. I'm not worried about getting hurt. He's like, I get to sit here and just hang out. And it's awesome. I'm like, yeah, John's living the life right now. Like,
yeah, he's doing his thing right now. Ain't nothing much for him to do left in the wrestling business. So now it's just to enjoy life. That's all he can do now. Just enjoy life. He definitely need to get out of that company for sure. Yeah, Gargano need to get out of that company for sure. I agree.
yes,
Hey, one time, G,
That
for the
can't happen.
JFC, man. They're dead, bro. One time for the JFC.
Like
bro.
I said, that match was a lose-lose situation. Either Rhea was gonna lose to the J Fusion Collective, which means you look weak, or Rhea was gonna 1v3 the J Fusion Collective, rendering that group useless. Now, granted, EO came out to help. EO basically took out Michin and B-Fab because both of them combined can't sniff EO Sky's boots. So yeah, you had your little, thing or whatever. And Jade Cargill in her first, I'm sorry, let's rewind a little bit. Y'all remember Jade Cargill? Y'all remember she beat EO clean, right?
Facts.
yeah.
Facts.
EO's the same person who
Rhea can't beat.
Rhea can't beat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she needed help. She came out alone, but we knew they was going to show up. She needed help and still lost to Rhea Ripley. Still lost.
But then they also
fumbled her finishing move twice after getting interference and help. Yeah, bro. But
didn't EO also hop on like the ring apron to like distract Jade for a second?
No, it was Jade just has poor timing. She did. She was trying to get out there, and Jade was trying to like, I'm gonna try to knock you off. Jade just clunkily did it. She had poor timing.
But I gotta give Jade credit.
Jade is literally watching her for 7 seconds.
She did watch her,
waiting for her to like jump up. She just did. So
for real talk. I was gonna say, for real talk, we do got.
That was Jade's best match. Yeah,
I think that was Jade's best match, and I do think we are past the point of just saying that Jade is not good in the ring. I think she's solid enough, and I don't think they need to hold her hand anymore. I think in the end of the day, you can let her sink or swim. You don't need to just because they do hold her hand still. And I will say that was Jade's best match, and I also think that is a major testament to Rhea Ripley because I do think Rhea is another individual that if you gave her a feather and a water bottle, she could turn it into a match.
Bro, Jade did the one wing.
She's giving me this look right now. I
told y'all, bro, if she couldn't have a good match with Rhea, we were going to have to start having some conversations, bro. Especially at WrestleMania. Rhea got a very good WrestleMania match catalog.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Rhea's got some
so y'all want me to give a round of applause because you had a good match with one of the best match workers in this company. Hey, cool. What that mean?
A golf clap.
Because
supposed to do. You're supposed to put on a good match with Rhea Ripley.
Exactly my point. So you want me to give you a cookie because you finally did your job after you've been. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hey, look, it's ironically enough. Yeah, she did her job with Naomi. Cool. I mean, when you get weapons involved, that's kind of like you can be bad in the ring and have a good. You could be bad in the ring but have a good unsanctioned match or no DQ match. I just think that WWE, what they really need to do, they need to just take some time. They need to go to wherever they need to, right? And they need to build like a place where you can take people who are raw and just need a little bit of development. And they need to build that place and have some coaches down there that can help people who are raw work and develop their skills in the ring and talking and
be the
really
next
teach them the art of
generation.
how to deliver promos, work in the ring, understand who they are, get their character development. They need to build something like that.
You can even use the colors black and gold. I think those colors would really fit well for this thing you're working on.
You know what? We can call it a performance center. We can treat it like a practice facility.
And if the black and gold scheme doesn't work, do rainbow.
No, never go back to that. Never go back to that. Never.
G's got me in tears right
now. I'm just saying, like.
No, I don't disagree at all.
The only reason been done. And y'all can kill me if y'all want to. The only reason Jade Cargill is still on the main roster is to slight AEW. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Everybody else that came through that mug, Ricky Saints, AEW, Ethan Page, AEW, NXT, Ethan Page, NXT. All them other mugs, Royce Keys, I guess, didn't, but like they also took forever to finally debut him. So,
but they kind of took forever with Jade too, right? Like, didn't they? They took their time and they waited until the
right. They did. And then what they do immediately? They say, "Yeah, let's give you, I don't know, one of the best workers in the company, Bianca Belair, and then we're gonna give you." A Hooper and Naomi. Before Bianca Belair, you could say Naomi was the most athletic WWE women's superstar they've ever had before Bianca Belair walked there. Yeah, we're gonna put you with them. We're gonna put you with them to hide you. So that way, all you gotta do is a little boot kick, your little Beth Phoenix glam slam, and kill it. I'm just saying, if they ever built a place that is literally known and gets all of its credit for being able to develop a bunch of people. Yeah. If Baron Corbin can go down to NXT and be the best version of himself in NXT, Apollo Crews went back down there and was cooking. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, bro, you're not wrong. Like, I do believe she needed NXT, and she still does need NXT. But I think at this point, yes, if she were to go down there, right, it would immediately be signed as WWE gives up on Jade Cargill.
Yeah, it definitely would be.
Or it would be viewed as,
it's too late.
At that. Not even WWE could give Jade Cargill, like, main event status. Like, AEW was right all along. Like, yeah, at this point, it's all a pride thing, right? And I do think she's doing a good job of learning on the go, but I do think in the end of the day, there also should have been some stepping stones, right? Like, we have mid-card titles now. Maybe she could have won a mid-card title and, worked with some people like, I don't know, Lyra Valkyria,
Chelsea
Becky
Green.
Lynch, Chelsea Green. Like, she could have worked with some individuals. And that's the thing, worked with them, not squashed them in 7 minutes because she's supposed to be this force to be reckoned with. But like realistically, yeah, Jade has had some matches, right? She did get like really, it felt like Naomi was carrying the bulk of the load and there was weapons involved, right? She now had this Rhea match. And even before that, Tiffany Stratton. I like Tiffany Stratton, but she definitely doesn't carry the matches that she's a part of. She's very good in them, but I don't think she carries them. And that was a recipe for disaster. Like, I do think Jade needs to continue to work, but I do think at the same time, we're past the point of moving her to NXT. She needs to work with what she's like given on the main roster. I just don't think she needs to be the champion right now. I think she needs to work with like mid-carders and continue to build her repertoire. So she's not just a pump kick and a glam slam. And now a one-winged angel.
Yeah, which is wild.
It's
wild.
The sandstorm.
Yeah, bro.
I got mad at that.
They said sandstorm. I was like, "Come on, Corey. I mean, come on, Wade Bear, bro. What are you
sandstorm?
What are you doing?"
I was I think it was Michael Cole. I was like, it's a sandstorm. Like,
and you see, this is why everybody can't just be taking everything. Like I get that. Like even to this day, I get that's her husband. I get it. If Bree does one more yes kick, I might lose it. Because she never does it good. It always sucks. It always looked like Like when Brie Bella and Nikki Bella wrestle, they wrestle like, oh yeah, this is scripted, this is pretend. Like that's what they look like when they wrestle, and it takes me out of it every time. So yeah, but so she needs to stop doing that. But hey, look, that's why I said she just needed. If she's not on an interview, and WrestleMania season over, you just lost the title. Your little catering collective is pretty much toast now because what point do you like realistically, where did that go from here? Where does the Jade Fusion Collective go from here?
They jump Rio on Friday night again. That's what's going.
So we run that back. You still lose,
no.
and then what?
Please no.
And then back to catering.
And then what's what Jade's gonna do? She's gonna beat up BFAB and Meechin for not helping.
Yep.
So either way, you join and Jade did nothing for you.
Honestly,
again, bro.
I would try to just build something up with her and Jordan Grace. I think Juggernaut versus Jade is just a match you can have where it actually feels like Jade could lose. But I don't necessarily don't see anything else that could be done at this point. I mean, this is also what we're usually at post WrestleMania. Things have concluded, so we need to figure out where we're going from here, and we'll see what they do on SmackDown. I wouldn't be shocked if Jay takes some time off as a whole too. Like, I don't necessarily know where they're going to go from here with a lot of stuff that's going on, and I guess that's a good thing, but at the same time, it's also scary.
Yeah, someone said a 6-man tag. There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be Rhea and it'll be Io and then Kyrie whenever she leaves Asuka versus
the Jade Fusion Collective, bro.
Might even be War Games.
The Jade Fusion Collective. Nah.
Might even be War Games,
bro. Because that group literally, and I knew it. I knew as soon as they made it, I was like, "There's no point." There's no point. There's literally no point to y'all. There's no point.
I think they just gave him something to do. Like, it just, at this point, it's like, does every heel really just need to have 1 to 2 goons that they hang out with that help them win matches? Like, no, we really don't need that.
But the one match she won, they didn't help. They didn't help. She literally handled Io by herself perfectly fine.
Jade has been winning matches, no problem. She gets the Jade Fusion Collective and immediately loses.
Hey, she's gonna beat him up on Friday. She's definitely beating him up on Friday.
I think she's gonna go crazy.
If she does, guys, I want to make sure we're clear. If she does that, then what was the fucking points? What was the fuck?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. These are great points being brought up. I don't know. I don't know what the
bro. If we cumulate all of J, I almost called her J Fusion, Jay Cargill's and Rhea Ripley's feud, dick measuring contest.
Yep.
Yeah.
J Fusion Collective loss.
Io Sky loses clean.
All right, let's get to
That's what I picked out.
Oh yeah, I mean, do that. There we go. I don't know.
He's going full
super
time.
chats. Roman just said the post show he's gonna show up full time, so we're back. We'll see how much he shows up. Obey hair has begun, so happy for him. Definitely for sure.
Amen.
I
think Brock is scheduled for Raw tomorrow, so they could do something where
I don't think so.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah,
I don't think Brock would have did what he did if he wasn't gonna walk away.
Honestly, and I get it. Everybody still, Undertaker took everything off in the ring and was back later. I get it. You got some PTSD. Y'all really think Brock gonna do all that shit and then be like, actually, guys,
hell no.
I mean, is he actually scheduled to show up tomorrow?
No, I looked for his. I googled that because I saw that comment earlier. I don't see anybody saying he's scheduled.
I was gonna say
card subject to change, even if he is card subject to change.
I was gonna say. I mean, if he does show up, I find it hard to believe that Brock was actually getting that emotional for his not last match. Like, I don't care like how scripted it could be. Those were real tears. Those were genuinely like very sad tears. I don't believe he would have done all, and I genuinely don't think Brock would have done all of that if it was to lead to something that's going to happen in SummerSlam, right? Like, I think he's done.
God, they also talk about this Paul Heyman still owning. I get why y'all thought it could lead to that. I don't think that favor had anything to do with this nigga Brock. I think it's for the world title match. Now Roman won, so that changes a little bit of when he gets that favor. But that I don't think that favor had anything to do with Brock.
But I wouldn't be shocked if that was the original plan, though. And then Brock changed it.
Doing Roman and Gunther in like Italy or something.
I think that's
that would go crazy.
I think that I honestly think that is exactly what's going to happen. I think Roman will face Gunther in Italy, and I think first of all, if that's Roman's first like big feud, big match, sure, so fine with that.
Yeah, that could be the favorite.
Built up. Gunther's been built up so well up to this point. He doesn't need to be the career killer anymore, especially because he got ducked by Ray and Brock at this point. You ain't getting any more careers, bro. Like, you've done your job. You ended enough.
Speaking of AJ, who's going to be who? Speaking, don't even finish that sentence.
I was gonna ask, would you be mad, bro? No, would you be mad if
No, stop.
I saw your face.
Don't even finish the sentence. I will take these symbols out. Don't need that.
To Ray? No.
Now that AJ Styles, I'm not listening to you, Lynn. Now that AJ Styles has retired, who's gonna be the first challenger for these? Like, that's usually AJ Styles' role. Before it was Dolph Ziggler. And then Seth Rollins had it for a little bit, and then it was AJ Styles. Who's going to be Roman's first challenger for real?
I think it's Gunther.
I think it is Gunther. And
off rip?
So that's what I'm asking, G.
I mean, bro, but like, who even has like the credit?
I mean, realistically,
Roman Reigns.
Realistically, no matter when it happens, Gunther not beating Roman Reigns no matter what. So
I mean, now, yeah, for sure.
They're gonna have
I think they should do it at a time where it would be believable that he could. If they did it off rip, ain't nobody gonna buy that shit.
But I mean, like,
they gotta build it up to where it's believable Gunther would actually take it.
I think Italy would be the
have Gunther take out Jay and Jimmy. Like, just have him absolutely massacre.
I'm not gonna lie. If Roman in this world title, I know there's gonna be a segment where they acknowledge each other. Like, they acknowledge each other.
Gonna beat Seth too, bro.
Please, no more bloodline shit though. Like, can we please have this reign without them?
What do you do with these?
One time,
bro. I have no.
Lynn, I can't. I don't know why you're still trying to ask me that question. I swear, if I see Finn Balor try to challenge for a fucking world title right now, I'm gonna be fucking pissed, bro. No, bro.
You know what's kind of
no, bro. Keep him away from any championships right now. I'm just glad he got a win. Like, can I enjoy the win? Can I enjoy the fact that he just won a match in a big show for once?
It's funny because, like,
when is the last time Finn Balor got a win on a pay-per-view?
It's been a minute.
Like, in a singles match. When is the last time that happened?
You just did it today.
Years.
I'm talking about before that. Like, before today, when is the last time he had a singles match win? Or just any win on a pay-per-view? I want to say it was Judgment Day related.
It had to be.
Yeah, it was definitely Judgment Day related. It had to be.
Like, tag title match. Like, I don't think he's had a singles match win on a pay-per-view in a minute. Like, can I just enjoy the fact that he won? I don't like that he had to bring the Demon back for Dominic Mysterio. But nevertheless, it's a win. Because last time I saw him bring out the Demon, I thought that was a guaranteed win. And he got packed up.
Yeah.
So, and then when Dom hit that second spear, I'm not going to lie, I almost walked out the room. I was like, I swear, this nigga don't kick out, bro.
So now that WrestleMania has concluded, what do you believe was the worst and best match we had on Mania 42 this year?
Ooh.
I think the best match was Roman and Punk to me. I think Roman and Punk was.
I gotta stand on it. I think Seth and Gunther could have given it a run for their money, but I think Roman and Punk just,
if they gave him more time,
delivered. Yeah, and bro, but also even just the stakes, obviously having a championship involved. Like, I think Roman. It's funny because Seth and Gunther should get the credit they get because it had an interference in there, and people are still extremely happy with how it went. Like, it's very difficult for those things to happen. But I think it was so brilliantly done. But yeah, it's Roman and Punk, and it's just unfortunate that just no one could come close. And no one got the time they got either. So
Finn Balor's last singles match win was 2022. Yeah, Lynn, don't talk to me about the world titles, man. That's crazy. That was 4 years ago.
That's bad, bro. That's super bad.
The best, we all said Roman and Punk. Best
easily,
match.
Yeah, best match.
I don't think the best match. Worst match for me, I don't think there was any match that was like really, really bad on this Mania, I will say. But if I had to pick one that was probably like my least favorite, was kind of like might be the celebrity tag match. I don't know. I just kind of thought it was gonna be more like it felt like when it was over, I'm like, oh, that was it. Like that's
Celebrity
all
tag
we got.
match was really bad.
It was like 7. It was like 7 minutes. It was like 7, 8 minutes.
And I will take that over watching Brie Bella and Paige win them women's tag titles, bro. I'm
Fair.
not gonna hold you.
The celebrity
And then they did it. WWE needs to make up their minds. All 4 of them were in the ring at the same time. They never do that.
Yeah, I don't know why that was.
They never do that.
Bro, I was
because if it's no disqualification, why do I have to tag in? Because it's no disqualification because it's a fatal 4-way. Why do I have to tag in then?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't understand.
That was so weird.
I'm also going to go with the celebrity tag match because literally the most fun part wasn't even during the match. It was after. Where Speed did what he did. And we all knew in the end of the day, this was exactly what they wanted it to be. Sub 10 minutes, right? Speed gets a little bit of moment. Everybody got like less than a minute to shine in the match, right? But the most important thing was Speed and Logan Paul needed to have a viral moment, and that included Speed hitting the sorry and then jumping through the table on Logan Paul. It did what it needed to do, but there was a reason it was on the first hour free on ESPN, right? Like it was marketing. That's all it was. It was social media marketing. It was regular marketing. It was to try and get people to tune into WrestleMania, and that was what they did. It wasn't terrible. I wasn't mad, but yes, realistically, it was probably the worst match of the whole weekend.
Yeah, it just felt a little deflating to me. So, all right, y'all. Well, we'll go ahead and sign off. Make sure you guys subscribe to the pod. Follow No Name Wrestling, man. Appreciate you guys for coming through and chatting with us. Next week, we're actually going to have just a different conversation, just giving you our takes on just certain things. Now, kind of WrestleMania is kind of like a little reset for little things, you know. So we'll kind of give you our little takes and, you know, things that we think should happen for the future and stuff. We'll kind of get more of a feel after Raw and SmackDown this coming week as well, as far as things that could happen, and now they're building up for Backlash. So
we're gonna talk about AEW too.
Yeah,
AEW's kind of going through a little. I don't think a little reset right now, but they're kind of with Darby Allin not being the champion.
They're teetering towards. They getting back some of those stupid things they was doing.
Clowning, bro.
They get back a little bit. You know what I mean? 4 coffin drops.
It's a little up and down right now. It's a little up and down right now. So we'll see. Hopefully,
nasty.
Hopefully, the Raw After Mania will feel like the Raw After Mania and actually be a good quality show. The same with Friday Night SmackDown. So make sure you guys subscribe. Truth, appreciate you for coming on, man.
Of course, bro.
For taking the time out of your day for this late night. Make sure y'all have a good rest. And we'll be back next week, regular time, 5 p.m. Eastern time zone. Regular time is next week. So appreciate y'all for coming
the video.
Yes, sir.